with Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, preparing in his head all the things he's wanted to be said. 90 minutes with Phil to Phil with so much time to kill, he promised Char, but all he does instead is beg and shell. The stream's online and straight away begins to wane, but all is fine as long as Char's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to enjoy, like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran through to feel so insecure. The money earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. His support is also slow and stays so low and fails to grow. You never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Most victims across the board we charge toward because this code can't be ignored. Just how much DSP makes us all feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch it creep, we play bingo while Phil will bitch on why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across our screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals our soul machine. He's not in burping, leaning, ban. It matters not if Andrew fans chatters can't see if others make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and slaps his leg before launching into a bike, pretending there for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of clawless cat and fatty wife and all his strife while forgetting that tits are well and they were right. With drama he will react, but as an actor it's a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. Three streams nearly over and a win is in sight, with little white despite Phil's delight that tits were not light. We'll say alright, it is okay, and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tits will help from being off the other day, and with those words we win again. It's never if but always when the game is won, and thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jet here, and welcome to DSP Bingo for what is today, Thursday the 3rd of July 2025. I do hope you're all doing very well indeed, and I hope you're enjoying your week so far. As you can see, the bad man Phil Burnell is wide awake in his chat. He's saying we're good to go for today. Phil, it looks like he's finally going to play GTA 4 with mods. It looks like Phil Burnell has solved all his technical difficulties. Somebody came back to him with an even fucking more idiot-proof guide on how to install all the fucking mods. Either that, or they fucking just invited him to their fucking home so he could fucking date for him, or maybe fucking Tyrone knows his fucking way around a computer to install the mods for him. But in between him fucking going a few rounds with fucking Big Fat Cat in the fucking master bedroom, but who fucking knows. But yeah, Phil, all I know is that Phil has apparently got us to good to go and it's all working. Just because I'm still rapping, nah, those days are long fucking behind me. I never really had much of the ability to begin with, you know what I mean? But nah, I don't do that shit anymore. I just stick to bingo, you know what I mean? I just stick to bingo and let the more professionals fucking do it, you know what I mean? Like, this fucking thing. I'm going to fucking watch this thing. I've seen it earlier on and it's in my fucking head, and you guys are going to fucking watch it as well. You've not seen it yet. We're watching this later, whether you like it or not. It's fucking great though. But yeah, before I fucking get to that, a few things to go through, of course, you know what I mean? First of all, Phil had a big crash out last night, you know what I mean? A few little tweets here to cover things, you know. The money isn't flowing like he feels it should be, so it's back to pity and talking about how he doesn't have enough money to have a better life yet. As soon as also Phil just stopped playing the game after like an hour or something, you know, because we had $12, and he said, okay, let's do a Q&A session instead. Which basically just fucking had him sitting there begging for money because he wants fucking money. You know, I've not seen these clips yet, so I'm kind of curious to see what some of the things he said. I'll also have a compilation. There is a compilation by Emojji. You know, we're going to watch that as well, but I don't know if that includes the entire fucking thing, plus for a 10-minute daily crap as well. But yeah, let's see what some of these clips are like, shall we? Phil, who is given, you know, between $1,500 and $2,000 a week, is crying about him not having enough money. If you're getting $2,000 a week, roughly, I mean, that's a lot of money per week to receive. And if that is still not enough for you, Phil, then that's a problem with you having an unsustainable life, and not if your audience not giving you enough money. Let's just fucking make that crystal fucking clear. If you cannot make ends meet with that much fucking money, then your life is unsustainable to live.
Basically, this year has been a good year so far, not to lie. But there's also been some stressful stuff going on, and if you haven't noticed, you guys don't know about any of it. Which, you're not going to know about it. Personal stuff is personal. I keep that separation now, thankfully. So you guys don't know about stuff that's going on as it's going on. But there has been some stressful stuff behind the scenes going on with us. And, you know, we're in a position right now where we're just not looking to do much of anything outside of just kind of maintain and hang out and, you know, just maintain that course. I certainly haven't made any kind of a ginormous...
Yeah, consistently doing nothing with your boring fucking life, I guess, you know what I mean? Who needs a fucking honeymoon anyway?
Fortune
Let me rewind this by 5 seconds or so, just in case I missed something else. Sorry.
Of course. I certainly haven't made any kind of a ginormous fortune in the last year, where now I'm in such a great position I should be going out splurging to go to conventions or go on trips or anything like that, just to be honest.
Which just fucking baffles me, because Phil has literally made like tens of thousands of dollars more than usual. Thanks to the Kino Casino arc, Phil's fucking 2025 has been a lot fucking better for him than 2024. I mean, even 2024 was better than 2023. Because also the Kino Casino arc started in August, you gotta remember. And that shit just fucking propelled Phil's finances to ridiculous proportions. Like, he was literally making like 40,000 extra, 50 odd thousand more than usual the previous year. Can you imagine having an extra 50 grand to burn a hole in your fucking pocket and you're still saying you can't go on a fucking vacation? Like, how does that even fucking happen? How does that even fucking happen? We get an extra fucking 40, 50 grand more than usual.
Come the fuck in or fuck the fuck off.
I was like, well, shit, I can't go anywhere. I'm still trapped in my fucking little snort fort room. It's like, how in the fuck? Mainly where certifications don't normally have RGBs, can't spend money on that. It depends on the kind of, you know, the kind of holiday you go on, you know what I mean? They might go to a place which has RGBs, you know, some sort of fancy place. Mac says, let's please dedicate his stream to the Diego Jota and Nunge. Oh, that's awful. Yeah, in case you aren't aware, guys, so as a footballer, plays a Liverpool FC, Portuguese player called Diego Jota. And he passed away. He had a car accident on holiday with his family in Spain. I think he was driving with his brother in Spain while on holiday. He got married at the end of June. He's got 3 kids, you know what I mean? The world at his fucking feet, you know, very talented footballer, you know, for sure. And it's just all of a sudden out of the blue. It just shows you how fucking, you know, life can just fucking be that unpredictable, you know what I mean? But it's just, yeah, it's a real shame, obviously. It's a horrible fucking situation. I mean, these things, obviously, it can happen to anyone at any time. Doesn't matter, obviously, if you're a world famous athlete or if it's just some, you know, somebody nobody knows, you know what I mean, at the same time. But it just shows you, not just because you're rich and famous and very talented doesn't protect you from just what life can fucking bring, you know what I mean? Sonny saying that's a second celeb. Who's the first one? Was there someone else that passed away today? Hey, what do you mean? No, hold on, who else passed away today? I know about Diego Jota. Was he passing away? I've seen that's breaking news earlier on, but is there another one? Michael Madsen. Oh, well, hold on, who is that again? Was he not? Hold on, yeah, well, he wasn't a footballer, he's, yeah. So Michael Madsen, why does that ring a bell? I can know the name. Reservoir Dogs. Okay, the Reservoir Dogs actor. I mean, well, I assume, like, he was a fair age. I mean, I don't know. Like, not to try and sound morbid about it or anything, you know what I mean? But, yeah, hold on. I'm kind of curious, actually. Hold on 2 seconds. We'll leave Phil in pause for now, don't worry about it. 2 seconds, Jesus. He was 67, that's not old at all, actually. That's not very old at all. Jesus, yeah. So that's a rough one for sure. Hold on, that's a pretty rough one. But yeah, I didn't realise that. Oh, and there's a Star Wars actor as well called Kenneth Colley. He died at 87. Jesus Christ, man, they're all fucking dropping like flies right now. Yeah, I just kind of... oh, for God's sake. Anyway, okay. Anyway, you know, that's just the way things go sometimes, you know what I mean? It's just awful situation, of course, you know what I mean? It's still shame, but it's I was gonna say that's life, but that's just the way things fucking go. It's just it's horrible. It's always horrible to deal with it, obviously, you know what I mean? It's just it'll sound like a fucking really morbid thing to say, you know, and it's not a nice thing to say, but I think we can all relate to it. It's like, it's awful it fucking happened, of course, you know what I mean? It's just, anytime it happens to anyone, it's fucking terrible. But it's just, it always kind of strikes me as weird that the world cares a lot more about it happening to a famous person than it does to, like, you know, someone in their family, if that makes sense, you know? It's just, it's a weird, I know it's a weird mentality, I know, it's just something that popped in my head, you know what I mean? It's like the world stops spinning practically, depending on who it is that's going through something, you know what I mean? But other things, the world doesn't care. It just depends for who we are. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It is awful if it can happen, of course. It's a terrible situation, you know what I mean? But it's just what happens. But again, it's just awful, yeah. But So I just feel sorry for Dale Jota, his family, and I mean, he's the happiest time of his fucking life. Just got fucking married to the love of his life, you know what I mean? He's got 3 kids as well, and then it's just it's just taken away in a fucking instance. It's just awful. But anyway, let's get back to laughing at DSP, crying about how him having thousands of more dollars than usual is not enough to make him go on a vacation.
To go to conventions or go on trips or anything like that, just to be honest. I'm basically getting on the right track with that stuff financially. So, you know, right now it's not in the cards. Like I said, maybe eventually we'll have a good, a good trip that we'll do. We were talking tonight about possibly going to Europe on the Taxi live stream, saying, hey, there's that train that goes through Europe that hits all the major European countries or something like that, right? That's a possibility.
Fuck off. Fuck off. He wants to go on some sort of European train trip. Yeah, I seen this tweet on. I seen it this morning. I woke up this morning, you know what I mean? And I seen the fucking tweets about Phil wanting to go on some sort of bizarre European train trip, you know what I mean? So I called him like, Phil, there's a good one, Phileas, around the world in 80 begs. He wants to fucking copy the sort of fucking route that fucking Phileas Fogg fucking done way back when. Take the fucking, you know. What the fuck is wrong? Phil's idea of going on vacation is to sit in a train for most of the time and just hope that he doesn't have to fucking move about too much and have one train take him to every capital city in the world immediately, not automatically. He doesn't really understand about, you know, you can't talk from place to place and get to place as well, and all that shit. Just gonna say, if he comes to Scotland, let's give him the John Smeaton treatment. That, you know, it's bizarre. That's actually, I seen it. That was the anniversary of that. Was like fucking, like the other day. Like it was like I think it was like 2 days ago. Was it Monday or Tuesday? The anniversary of that? I can't even mind. But aye, it was the anniversary of the Glasgow airport incident. I think it was like 14-year anniversary or something. So aye, it's the stupidest fucking terrorist attackers on the fucking planet. I think, you know, they sent the fucking stupidest ones to fucking Scotland. I think, you know, like they try to crash into Glasgow airport. They hit the fucking bars. Didn't get very far. Set themselves on fucking fire, and then they got their fucking cunts kicked in by a bunch of angry Scottish people who are fucking terrified that their holiday's gonna be delayed thanks to these 2 fucking retards that fucking tried to cause an attack. Like somebody broke their tendons in their foot by kicking one of the attackers in the testicle so hard. Imagine you're injuring yourself by kicking someone in the balls as hard as possible. And some of our cunts on fucking fire, and instead of fucking helping out, they just fucking start beating the shit out of him and all. It was just the stupidest. I mean, there must have been like fucking Beavis and Butthead of that fucking particular, you know, terror attacker class, you know what I mean? Because they fucking had no idea what they were fucking doing, you know? And also John Smeaton, the baggage handler guy, you know what I mean? If you come to Scotland, they'll sit about you fucking made headlines. Every fucking news broadcast in the world fucking quoting him and fucking having subtitles because they can't understand what he's saying. But yeah, stuff indeed. BroSydePhil's got a live premiere in under 10 minutes time. Okay, I'm plugging that shit, there we go, good stuff indeed. It's just like, I mean, obviously I got a lot lined up already, you know what I mean? Don't know when Phil's going live and all. I mean, just it's so much. I mean, it's like, well, I was going to play the ABBA thing as well, you know what I mean? And apparently, so Fronny made a video. We'll go through this very quickly. First of all, Fronny made a minute-long video. DSP pitches a TV show. Let's see what this is about.
If I were to write my own series, my own show, do you think it would be that hard to do it?
Tony Soprano, Daffy Duck, shit. They get married and have a family.
They have a baby. Until the idiot grows up and flies away and there's water everywhere. There you, Tony Soprano.
Man, Daffy Duck's my favorite. The way the show would work is basically DarkSydePhil is the main character. People rally to support DarkSydePhil. I decide my destiny. Bill Burnell takes all of that hatred and vitriol against him.
He shoved it right up his ass. What do you think?
The show has
Just men? No women?
goddamn sausage fest.
They want to see sweaty men. Yeah, but there's also
Homoerotic tensions between Cloud and Sephiroth.
male nudity.
80-year-olds who have sexual orgies.
That's the show.
Also featuring
Walter White.
John Stamos. Martin Luther King and Malcolm X.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
John Stamos. Isaac Newton. President John F. Kennedy. Jackie Chan.
John Stamos, when finally
The Lorax. They all popped up at once.
it should be a good show.
What the fuck, Fronny? Man, that's a far cry from him counting the fucking begs. I guess got tired of counting begs and thought and come up with that. It's like, that was mental. Yeah, Fronny put that together. Good stuff indeed. There's a link to you guys to see it. What the fuck? Fronny's a fucking maniac, but that was a great wee compilation. That's robust. I'd pay to watch that show. Good stuff indeed. So, Jesus, okay. Anyway, there's more. DSP and his wife will go on vacation in the next 20 years, but support has to stay going like it's been going. Let's break that down. Phil is happy to go on some vacation with Cat within in the next 20 years or so. But he needs to get, you know, well, he wants at least $1,500 every week. Every week. For the next 20 years. That's like... So he wants to be given the next 20 years almost $2 million. Yeah, is that much to ask, really? Is that so much to ask for? All he wants is about $2 million over the next 20 years. They might go on a little vacation to Europe at some point. But that's the thing though, he's got to fucking get that support. If that support stops at any fucking point in time, vacation cancels. No vacation for you, Cat. Remember when I told people I didn't care about the ad revenue and it was about not getting his videos blocked? Well, about that, we've reset back to his default position.
The bad news is, we found this out last week. The game had a bunch of music on the radio. Everyone's like, it's kind of generic. And we looked it up. It's like, it's AI generated music that I guess the game developer had purchased. They had actually spent money to get this music in the game. Well, guess what? That music is on YouTube, claimed immediately when used. So if we make videos with that music in it, I get no revenue. All the videos immediately get claimed, and all my money that I should be making on the video goes to the music company. So obviously that's nonsense. That's really bad and shouldn't be happening.
Why? It's their music. They paid for that music to be in the game, so why shouldn't they protect their paid product?
But that's how they've set it up, which is incredibly stupid.
So Phil's like, I don't care about ad revenue, I just don't want the videos blocked, and that shit got fucking wrecked on very fucking fast. He did wage quit the game straight after, so I guess there's that, you know. DSP was right, and all those book smart people making mods expect him to learn or to blame by not understanding his normal person mind. Is this him coping about not understanding how to fucking install mods to GTA?
Tonight, I reapplied myself and got some help, not gonna lie. Got some help on what possibly could have gone wrong, and I ended up redoing the process from start to finish.
Did you actually read the instructions this time? Is that what you're trying to fucking say, Phil? You actually paid attention to the instructions that are given to you?
And the process is busted. I knew it. I was absolutely correct. I had followed all the steps, and the steps were wrong. The steps were incorrect. They were saying, unzip this into this. That's not how you do it.
Oh, darn you silly Phil. You gave Phil bad instructions.
I knew there was that in this supposed step-by-step process, something had to have been wrong.
I love how Phil is like, this is very rude. To the person that's trying to help you get this going so you can make lots of money on your content, you're being quite disrespectful to them for doing their best to make you a fucking handcrafted step-by-step guide. They got one line wrong in this guide, and you're like, I knew it wasn't me, it was impossible for me to be wrong, it must have been your fault. Wow, way to show appreciation to the person that's going out their goddamn way to fucking help you, Phil. You really fucking show you care about all their efforts.
It's just like I told you guys the other night. I said, the problem is with people who do this kind of stuff, in the modding community, in the programming community, and all these techie communities, they're very good at what they do. They can come out with crazy shit. They can make a game that's 20 years old look like it was made last week, right? The problem is they don't have the skills to actually explain it in a manner that a normal person would know. And they expect that if it doesn't work, you're just going to be able to troubleshoot it and fix it yourself when you have no techie background, which you can, of course. Right?
Fuck off, you fucking dick. Boring ass cunt, you fucking understand what you're fucking talking about.
Oh my god, what's up?
Thank you, BroSydePhil, for the $5 super chat. It says, payment from my ad premieres live. Is this the ad you showed me earlier on? I thought it was like a filler video, but hold on a second, hold on. Like, BroSydePhil sent me something earlier on, it was like fucking ridiculous. Where are you? Here we go. I just put that on mute for now so I don't hear the YouTube music, but there we go. I've seen this earlier on. BroSydePhil sent me a wee clip earlier on the old Discord, and it was he kills him. Bro just destroys Phil. Oh, it's the actual video. It's the actual video. There we go. We'll watch a wee bit of it then. Isn't the ad kind of near the start as well? Isn't the thumbnail the ad? as well. But yeah, for goodness sake. But we'll watch a wee bit of it, you know what I mean? But we won't watch the whole thing, of course, you know what I mean? I'll watch a wee bit of it. I'll make sure people get attention and height for it, you know, and I'll recommend people visit your channel to see the rest of it, you know what I mean? Aye, because I'm such a huge channel, I'm going to send thousands of people here. I know. But yeah, we're bringing attention to it. We're bringing attention to it. Now let's let me yell at people who are in your chat for not being in my chat. 2 seconds, BroSydePhil. I'm just going to shame your audience for not being in bingo. There we go. You're traitors, a lot of you. Fucking name it, Lord Diaz, we happy for you, fucking wee bastard. You get all midget ass back in bingo. BroSydePhil's stealing my viewers. He gave me money and I fucking looked the other way. This is what $5 brings. Anyway, let's watch the start of BroSydePhil's premiere. See what it's like, shall we?
So because I'm doing something differently, better than everyone else, and you can't make fun of me for it, you're mad. Too fucking bad. Go fucking jump off a
There's 10 more to add to your list, bro. So then I just give me a 10 there, nice one. Get it added now, update the premiere.
Swole brothers and sisters, before we listen to the man with the massive honkers tell us about nutrition and health, I would be remiss if I didn't warn you that I, BroSydePhil, am not a personal trainer, a doctor, or in any way certified or licensed to give advice on diet, physical fitness, or any other medical styled advice. If you want to start training, cool, but I recommend talking to a doctor and trusting that doctor, not a ball of fucking Crisco on the internet, before you start any training or dietary regimen. Seriously, Phil, I hope people listen to your advice and sue the shit out of you for ruining their physical health. Alright, legal shit's done, let's watch this grotesque container of bone and fat tell us about how healthy he is.
I noticed your health has improved a lot over the years. Is there anything in particular that helped you to lose weight? Seems like you're not on any crazy restrictive diet. You still do DSP tries it. I'm wondering what your secret is. Honestly, I'm tempted by these weight loss jabs, but I want to give myself a fair shot. Seems my mindset may be the main aspect of losing weight as staying healthy. All the best. Here's the thing. I really don't think there's a universal answer.
Calories in versus calories out. Yes, it's universal or you're breaking the laws of physics.
Because everyone's different. Their metabolism is different. You know what I'm saying? I could easily tell you what I'm doing, and it doesn't mean that it's going to work for you. I don't know your life situation. I don't know your health right now, okay? Here's what I can tell you. In my life, the reasons that I was overweight was the following. I overate, and when I ate too much of the wrong things. I drank unhealthy drinks that added a lot of sugar to my diet, okay? And, excuse me, I basically ran myself ragged when it came to things like sleep schedule, stress levels. There's a lot of factors to it, all right?
Wrong, incorrect, niet, 9, and negatory. While that list of try to sound smart crap he rattled off might explain why someone retains water, doesn't grow muscle, or has high blood pressure, etc., all that extra fluff does not explain why he was fat. Well, he still is fat, but fat from back then. He consumed a fuck ton more calories than he burned. That's it. That's the core of the issue. It's the basic of basic ideals. It's the universal truth.
What have I improved in my life that has made me lose weight? Number one, I just don't drink soda at all.
I don't believe you.
Even now, I am drinking this can of Truly Unruly, all right? This can has 160 calories. It has very low sugar, very low carbs. It's low calorie.
What? What the fuck?
Not to be redundant, but what the fuck? Low calorie, are you fucking high? You want to argue that it's low carbs and low sugar, that's fine. 1 gram of sugar and 4 grams of carbs certainly isn't bad, but 12 ounces as 160 empty fucking calories? You know what has less calories per fluid ounce, Phil? Coke Classic. Yeah, the product with 39 grams of sugar is lower in caloric value than your low-calorie beverage. Like, he has to be trolling at this point, right?
I'm not drinking soda. I'm not drinking, you know what I mean? I'm not drinking juice. I'm drinking something that's very low calorie, and I do this all the time. During the day, I'm drinking filtered water out of this mug. 0 calories. You see? I don't drink any calories at all that I can avoid. At dinner, I have cherry juice because I have to for my health. But also, I drink like low-calorie juice. If I'm going to drink like a juice, I drink the low-cal versions. And I drink no soda at all. Absolutely no soda. Okay? Zero.
Flashback.
Guess what I got to drink? Baja Blast.
End of flashback.
All right, that's number one. Number two, you can substitute healthier foods for the things that you already like. So let's oh, I love beef. I can't get enough of beef. Well, you can easily substitute chicken and turkey in place of beef. I've done that in my diet almost entirely. This week, outside of DSP Tries It, I've had turkey at least 2 times and chicken a couple times. You know, that's what tuna sometimes. Tuna is good too. Stuff like that. When I eat out, I don't eat things that are heavily fried. I don't eat things that have a lot of cheese. I try to stay away from that. You know, it used to be when you go out, what are you going to eat? Burgers. The Angus Deluxe Burger. I also ended up getting a Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, which I love. The Dragon Flame Grilled Whopper with cheese. If you're going to Red Robin, a gourmet burger restaurant, you want to have a gourmet burger, right?
There's a lot of burgers.
Right? Something with Mexican food, burrito smothered in cheese and grease and beans. Now it's like we go out and get a poke bowl. We get chicken teriyaki.
Of course, chicken teriyaki, the chicken that is both high in sugar and sodium due to the teriyaki sauce. Oh, and is often fried in restaurants. Yes, the kind of chicken that adds 150 calories on average per 6 ounces of chicken is the best possible kind of chicken to have. Oh, wait, that's right. 160 calories is low calorie to fill. How silly of me.
Right? I go to a restaurant and I get the jerk chicken pineapple bowl. It's actually not bad for you at all. Full of flavor, but it's not like you're cheating yourself out of a good meal when you're out. You just have to pick the better options.
The only place I know of to serve a jerk chicken pineapple bowl is Bahama Breeze, and that comes with like a metric fuck ton of rice. Checking online, it's around 800 calories for the meal and about 50% of one's daily sodium intake. I'm not saying it's the worst choice ever, but he's acting like he's a fucking health connoisseur when he's making meh decisions at best.
And what happens is eventually, this is what's happened to me. Once you get those bad things out of your diet, the cheeseburger.
Quick reminder, the last 66% of DSP Tries It have been burgers.
Okay, the steak, the cheesy alternative, the soda. When you don't have it in your house, you don't crave it anymore. Because if it's not regularly in your diet, your body doesn't think of that when you're hungry. Get it? Like right now, if I was really hungry, I'd probably start thinking about a chicken sandwich. Seriously, like, oh, that's what I think, chicken. That's what I think about when I'm hungry because I don't think red meat, because I don't eat red meat.
Unless doing a DSP Tries It, then there is a greater than 50% chance he's eating red meat.
So you keep it out of your diet, you don't have it in your house, there's no temptation, it won't be a factor anymore, okay? That's all it really is.
Now, to give some credit, I believe this notion is known as out of sight, out of mind. It's recommended for changing habits, including dieting and even alcoholism. That is to say, it's the notion of not allowing yourself to be in close proximity of things you want to avoid. And yes, this is a good idea. I myself do this in 2 ways. I don't buy things I know are bad for me, but additionally I set out things like bananas and apples in the center of the kitchen to be an eye grab for me. So if I'm hungry, the first thing I see is a healthier option, like a banana or an apple. So kudos, Phil. The special clock with the extra chronozone, see what I did there, was right. Good job.
A lot of people say, oh, it's all about, you have to have insane, strenuous exercise. You have to have you only need those things if you keep putting the calories in you. If you stop putting the bad calories in you, why would you need the insanely strenuous exercise?
Let's get this out of the way. Phil is a fucking idiot. Now that I've purged that from my system, let's look at this from a health perspective, then a psychological perspective. If you eat fewer calories, but don't train, your body loses weight, yes, but much of that weight is going to be muscle. Now this is going to lead to weaker, slower metabolism and a softer physique like the skinny fat that Phil is. By contrast, if you exercise, especially with like resistance training, it tells your body to hang on to muscle even when food is scarce, so you're going to burn more fat rather than muscle and fat. Understand that as you're eating, you're actually replenishing fat reserves, and working out helps your body become more efficient at burning stored fat that you have, not just the dietary fat. And this is especially true when you're in a fasted state or if you're in a caloric deficit. Your body becomes more metabolically flexible. Now, intense exercise also boosts testosterone and growth hormones, and these both decline in someone like Phil, who is sedentary. Now, what's interesting about hormonal health, as I've been learning, is without this physical stimulus of working out, someone in a caloric deficit, like Phil constantly claims to be in, well, they may experience low energy and mood swings. Now, who does that remind us of? Now, from the psychological side of the house, exercise boosts dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins, which are all your feel-good hormones, and this can lead to lowering things like anxiety and depression. You know, I have depression. Also, as one builds discipline to maintain their regimen, they'll also learn emotional regulation and patience, something noticeably absent from Filbert at all times. But the most important reason, at least for my egotistical self, is because I like the way I look by comparison to 10 years ago. I was a dumpy lad like Phil at one point, and I never want to go back to that. So there, Phil. There are your reasons on top of not wanting to be a cut-rate beta bitch of a man. Fucking asshole.
I feel like she should leave it there. So I don't want to spoil the whole thing for you guys. Also, this is BroSydePhil's premiere. There's more to the video, plus including a very fantastic advertisement he made for Phil. So I feel like if you guys want to watch the rest of that, I'm happy to share a link with you guys. But I mean, I don't want to spoil the whole thing. You know what I mean? I want to make sure you guys have got a reason to go to BroSydePhil channel. You know. And check out for yourself the rest of the fucking video and all that jazz and enjoy what he's created, you know what I mean? But good stuff indeed, I'll say. BroSydePhil knows what he's talking about, obviously. He takes good care of himself, you know, he's always making sure, he's like, you know, he's a very vain individual. He likes looking at himself in the mirror, taking those selfies and all that jazz, you know? So there we go. He's always making sure he's watching what he eats and what he consumes, whatever, and all that. So yeah, good stuff indeed. Thank you very much, BroSydePhil, for that. Oh, and...
Oh my dog! What's up?
And thank you, bro, for the $5 which I was saying. Thank you. No worries, thank you. Good video. I'll say. I'm going to watch the rest of it later on, however, but I'll say I've been spoiled a wee bit because I know what's coming up. I know what is coming up in the video that BroSydePhil has made. You know what I mean? And he makes a very robust and very fantastic advertisement style video for later on in that video. So good stuff indeed. I missed it earlier on. I do apologise. XJS, sorry for that. They popped their 15-month bingo Barry Mercer message earlier on. I completely missed it. I must have been busy just fucking blethering, but yeah, it says enjoy the holidays, man. Thank you very much, XJS, for that.
Fuck in or fuck the fuck off.
Very kind of you indeed, you know, to say that and pass on as well. It's just so thank you very much for that. And also thank you very much to Cell Shader for popping their 7-month bingo Barry Mercer message. Saying big ups BroSydePhil, exactly, good stuff indeed. So thank you, Cell Shader and SGS for popping your membership messages, much appreciated. Good stuff indeed. As you can see, Phil's live, but fuck it, you know. We're going through Phil things, just covering through some of the shit. We have a wee audit thing as well. Actually, that's just a fucking normal timeline. But aye, DSP is right. All those book smart people making mods, expecting to learn. Yeah, fucking covered that as well. Oh yeah, and by the way, RimWorld was very briefly possibly going to get played, but because the main artist of the game keeps making fun of Phil Burnell on Twitter, it was then removed. So RimWorld was a possibility briefly, but the guy that was like the main artist for the game just won't stop fucking dunking on Phil. So Phil removed it as a possible game. Phil is fed up of the main artist of the game making fun of him on the internet, and so he won't play the game anymore. Personally, I have heard wonderful things about the game, RimWorld, and I am thankful that Phil Burnell is not going to tarnish it and ruin it with him playing it. You know, he would have just fucking made it insufferable for people that care about the game. Phil destroys and ruins everything he touches. So I think it's a blessing in disguise that he's avoiding RimWorld. But there you go. Let's see what Phil complains about here.
Someone tipped the buck. No, I haven't seen this. Did I see a tweet of a RimWorld creator being asked hurt? I said his game sucked. I never said his game sucked. If they...
Oh, of course, that's from the podcast yesterday. This is earlier on day when Phil's having the podcast. I know it's not a podcast, but yeah. And Phil's like that. I didn't say that. Phil did say that. The very first thing that Phil said when he opened up the game on Steam was he went and complained about the price of the game compared to how it looks. Phil said that if it was $7, he would have bought it right now, but he wasn't willing to spend $30 on it because of how it fucking looked. You know? His initial immediate impressions were not taken out of context. That was his very real, raw impression.
So, I mean, honest question, everyone. Are you guys bored of this game?
Oh yeah, this is him like fucking just quitting taxi life. Yeah, I'll probably get it covered. That's gonna get covered in this fucking compilation, I think. You know, so fuck it. Aye. Is there anything more? Get Nerd Brew fucking made us. One of these days, Kit, zoop, right to Japan, and Jesus Christ, man, this is it's too good. This is like, what the fuck, man? Like they've won the detractor internet thing for a day or whatever. Yeah, I've seen someone say later on. I was like, yes, this is it. You've won for today. Get excellent stuff indeed. Anyway, we have some speed up juice that we need to build up. Actually, hold on, before we even go live, let's just also fast forward this. Okay, let's see what he's wearing. We're not going to start yet, we're not starting yet. Oh, for God's sake. It looks like he just fucking rolled out of bed. I see he still can't button up his shirt. Fat bastard. Anyway, guys, before we start, only today did I get around to seeing this video from Pixar Animations. Now, I believe, so Bob Starsky, I think, was the brains behind it, essentially, you know what I mean? Also involved in the song process, as well as Bob was Brooke Baroque, and Misery Merchant. Oh, Pixar says no trip to OP was. What, seriously? No way. No, not PPP. There's no fucking way. Oh wait, you're talking Sonny, not Walker, so my bad. My bad. I thought you were saying, I thought you were answering to me there. That's my bad. Misery Merchant's involved in the song, Brook as well, and Bob Starsky. I think Bob Starsky has a brains. Bob has a fucking great eye for these sort of things, you know what I mean? He knows how to fucking do this shit. I was impressed. Not only am I impressed with the idea of this video, I'm impressed they fucking made it as long as it was. Just enjoy.
If I rage, it's fine. I'm on the decline. Take my Wednesdays free. Spam the chat for me. If you need me, no tractor names in the email. If your skull is dented, if your syndrome's down. If you're all alone and your wheelchair's moving slow, Derek, you're a creep. Get a band from me. Gonna do my very best. Keep the sped class, please. Put my patience to the test. I'll give you the lead. Get a band from me. That's all I want from you, math jewelers. Take a chance on me.
Let's get that momentum going.
Oh, you can ask questions about food and gameplay. No, cat's not pregnant. I'm positive she's negative. Want to devour or declaw Jasper. Flash your begging segment. It's meaningful. 'Cause you know I've got so few years left to live. You each have shit to give. My pay pigs think I'll wage quit there. I'm scared of that horny bear, but this out for 7 months. I did the snaking. Actually, please show pity, cause they snaked me. Just ignore my level 666 podcast stream.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, that shit was insane. That shit was absolutely fucking insane, you know, for sure. And as Pixar was saying in the chat as well, Bob Starsky, doesn't surprise me whatsoever, they were responsible for all the music. Bob is so, like, he's got a real, like, you know, I assume it's not just a hobby for him. With his knowledge about, like, what to fucking do for these sort of things, it can't just be a fucking hobby. Yeah, I mean, because obviously I was involved in that thing as well, Goutcast. You know what I mean? I was one of the four, but yeah, like, and it wasn't just a case of, like, he, you know, did some lines and fucking said, no, he was very meticulous. He knew exactly, not only did he know what he wanted, he knew what he could get from me, if that makes sense. But I was, you know, he knew I could do, you know, the things that I was missing, he knew I was able to do better. I was like, try this and try that, and, you know, all these kind of things. Like, he's got a real ear for it for sure, you know what I mean? He puts a lot of effort into this as well. And then obviously Pixar absolutely killed it with the video, you know, absolutely insane. You know, so instead of ABBA, it's Flabba, you know. And Pixar is saying you'd heard 3 different mixes. That's exactly, there's always different mixes as well. There's always different sort of variations that he goes through. You know what I mean? Because obviously there's like final drafts and versions or whatever. Because also you'll have all these model takes, whatever, you know what I mean? People have different kind of differences and lines and all that jazz, but yeah, it's absolutely insane. So big up to Pixar for that. It's a fantastic video. And yeah, it's catchy as all hell. And then now it's stuck in everyone's heads, and I blame you. It's your fault. It's all your fault. But there we go. Good stuff indeed. Anyway, let's watch Phil wage quit taxi life, you know. So yeah, I've not seen his meltdown yet. I want to see his meltdown, and it's only an 8-minute long video, and afterwards we can begin the show properly and play some bingo.
I want you to understand something. This literally is a situation where I'm in dire financial straits, and if this stands where I'm going to be making half as less money on YouTube as I ever did before, starting now, I'm going to lose my house. I'm going to have all my shit reclaimed. You know, credit card bills are going to go default. I'm probably going to have to declare bankruptcy. I'm going to lose everything.
Attendance is quite low tonight. What happened? People used to be really excited for Taxi Life. Where is everybody? We have only 150 people watching on YouTube. How many do we have on Kick? Only 50. What happened to Taxi Life? This stream was doing really well for the first 2 sessions. I'm not sure what's going on. We'll hang out for another few minutes, I guess, before we start, see if we can get more attendance. I don't know what's going on with Taxi Life.
You know, I am very nervous. Very, very nervous. All right?
Are we gonna go here? Guys, tonight, obviously, let's have a chill time, as you know. When I'm playing this game, I like to hang out with you guys. There is a bummer. I can't play the music anymore. You wanna know why? All the music in the game is claimed on YouTube and makes the video completely non-monetizable. So the last 2 videos I made...
These sort of games usually have some sort of MP3 player option so you can fucking just listen to your own music. You could use... I mean, is that not a thing? Is that not actually a fucking thing for this game? Where you can just like select an MP3 radio station so it just fucking goes through the music you have in your collection. Because Phil could fucking listen to his own music, you know, his little track, you know, his little, you know, his fucking pre-stream music he could fucking play. And have that fucking playing on the fucking radio while he's fucking driving around. Guess it doesn't matter since he's not playing the fucking game anymore. BroSydePhil says, if you wanted to show the cooking, here's a clip. You mean, I forgot, yeah. I was going to try and give people to your chat, I'll show you, I got my
Oh. Member Bomb?
My biggest fans are idiots.
Alright, okay, we'll do it, we'll do it. Hold on, we'll put it in pause. Pause. Oops, that's not what happened. Wait, why is the screen all weird? Okay, hold on, stay pause. Thank you, Stroyer, for gifting 5 memberships to the channel, very kind of you indeed, and that gives us a free space as well for the bingo. Congratulations to Neat Maxon, Array Sunshine, Fish Tank Enjoyer, Well Swayed, and... I don't know how to say that last name. I mean, Canellan. Hold on 2 seconds. Hold on, let's see. How the fuck do you say this? Dime. I can get the first 4 letters, then I'm fucking trapped. I got no fucking clue. Yeah, I'm absolutely fucking stumped how you say that last name. Like I'm usually able to try and butcher names to a certain degree, but I don't even know where to begin with how to go for Dime Wild. Dimeweld CFH, maybe. That's the best I can fucking do. I don't know. But thank you. I'll say thank you, Stroyer, for gifting 5 memberships. And if you just got a membership, make sure you thank Stroyer for giving you a member. We got a free space already. Fantastic stuff indeed. And old BroSydePhil sent me a new link, so I guess I'll click on the oh yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it. It's right here. Yeah. It's just sometimes when you change if you go from like full screen to normal view on a clip.
I love that this is.
Shush! I wasn't ready for you to play it. Yeah, but yeah, sometimes if you get a clip, I don't know why it's only clips. And if you go from like normal size, you know, it's like normal player size, and if you go to like full screen, it'll sometimes just fucking grey out the whole entire screen bizarrely. I don't know. But just a wee YouTube glitch, whatever. But sometimes it fixes itself, so it's all good. Anyway, BroSydePhil is hoping to plug his. I mean, this is a part. The premiere he had earlier on that I watched some of. You know what I mean? He has his advert in as well, which he created, which absolutely destroys Phil, and he's happy for us to show it here.
I love that this is basically a poor man's infomercial of success. Now guys, I used to be 230 to 240 pounds. I got no cardio despite Panda Lee throwing herself at me for some bedroom cardio, and I ate 10,000 calories a day. But finally, after giving up soda except for when I drink soda, not eating red meat except when I do, and making sure my beverages were always 160 calories or less, I found happiness. Follow my regimen and you too can look like this. Call 1-800-626-8487 for more information. That's 1-800-MAN-TITS to get started on your triple chin and non-existent bicep today.
That's correct.
There you go.
I love that this...
So yeah, there we go. That was the advertisement that BroSydePhil made for his premiere earlier on. Yeah, I told you. He just destroys him. Yeah, he just absolutely fucking crucifies Phil. It's just ridiculous, you know what I mean? But there you go. BroSydePhil, no holding back, not pulling any punches, just fucking turn into the bad man and just letting rip, you know, just, he's already dead. You can stop killing him, bro, he's already dead. There we go, good stuff indeed. So thank you, BroSydePhil, for that. And also the premiere as well. I'm going to also watch the rest of the premiere later on or whatever, but you just also we'll get through bingo first and all that jazz. So let's enjoy it. So Phil here stalling heavily before he even puts the game. So he's got the game ready to go. You know, steering wheel's in place, the game's ready to fucking go, he's put all his fucking time and effort into fucking putting the wheel back in place, and there's only 200 people watching him. And he's not happy, so he's going to stall even more, so more people fucking turn up.
Claimed on YouTube, and makes the video completely non-monetizable. So the last 2 videos I made of this game, I made nothing, because I can't monetize them because of the AI music. So we're going to have to go with no music, which really sucks ass, but it is what it is.
Oh, yeah, content ID! Content ID! Content ID alert!
Let's see what happens tonight. If it goes well, again, we'll keep it as a weekly thing. But I
love how Phil tries to be as fucking vague as possible if it goes well. Like, everyone fucking knows what he means by if it goes well. He's not fucking brave enough, no, just to fucking say it outright. If I get a good amount of money for this, it'll stay. Like, I think we're almost there. We're almost at the point where Phil is going to stop caring about how it fucking sounds, because everyone fucking knows by now. Doesn't matter if it's fucking detractor or fucking fanboy or whatever, everyone fucking knows what Phil means when he says, if it goes well.
Worried because I'm taking a look at attendance tonight, and attendance is low, both on YouTube and on Kick, and so far we have no support at all, so I'm wondering how it's going to go tonight. You know, are 2 driving games at once too much? I'll tell you what, Truck Sim is doing very well. Truck Sim, we got great attendance, great engagement, and the support has been very consistent, okay?
You know, with no income coming in from DSP Gaming, I'm very nervous. Very, very nervous. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, if I can make streaming more profitable by building up a bigger viewer base and more contributions...
This might be a controversial take of sorts, but a lot more effort went into these t-shirts than the current things he has in DSP shop. This is just gibberish. This fucking, you know, this doesn't make any sense. Quite literally. That's like, you know, fake Japanese fucking font, whatever. You know what I mean? But it feels like more effort went into this compared to what he's currently got available now on his shop. Like, I can actually appreciate some of the designs here. You know what I mean? Compared to current day Phil and what he's currently got on his fucking trap shop.
Then maybe it'll make up for it and it won't matter. But we're talking about a change I need to institute within like 2 months here that I don't know is going to happen or not.
Starline did a 2 pound super chat and asks, am I a good driver in real life? I have not been in a car accident since I was in my 20s. That was the last time. Then again, I don't drive that much. So maybe if I drove way more often, I'd get into accidents more often. I'm gonna be honest here. I'm not gonna lie and be like, oh yeah, I'm an expert driver and I drive all the time, and, you know. But I've been in a few accidents. When I was younger, when I was in high school, I had a Ford Escort, and one day I was driving home on the freeway. And it was only a 2-lane freeway, very narrow. And I was trying to lane change left, and as I was very calmly, with my blinker on, everything, lane changing left, someone was flying up in the left lane. They had to have been going like 90 to 100 miles per hour. They were like severely speeding. So
Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
course corrected back to the right lane, but I was nervous and scared because I thought the guy was going to rear end me. So I narrowly avoided him, but I overcompensated. And I hit the right divider, or the right guardrail, and I bounced off like a pinball, and my car bounced back and forth across the freeway and completely totaled.
I mean, I'll say, I'm not trying to like force poor Pixar into doing things, but I feel like this particular segment would make a funny animation of like fucking his car acting like some sort of fucking ball in a pinball machine. I don't know. I just, in my head, I'm literally fucking picturing Phil just like slowly driving into a bollard and fucking getting thrown about like crazy at 20,000 miles per hour or some pish, like some bizarre fucking Gmod physics. Hear it again, and just in my fucking head, it just feels like I can see this.
I avoided him, but I overcompensated, and I hit the right divider, or the right guardrail, and I bounced off like a pinball, and my car bounced back and forth across the freeway and completely totaled. So I almost died. Luckily, it didn't do much damage to me, but the door impacted to like here, and the airbag stopped my head. So if I didn't have an airbag, I would be dead.
Didn't he also claim that airbag gave him burns or something? Like, that wasn't part of the fucking build. Was it ridiculous? Oh, you know, the injury assessment afterwards, they got burns from the airbag.
I would have died when I was in high school. So that was my first car accident.
Like I told you, highway driving is pretty easy in this game.
We've done this stream twice. I've liked doing it, but I just noticed distinctly tonight, and this is just on stream, attendance is lower than it's been for this. And right now, you know, we've started and we only got like $7 of support. That could obviously change, okay? Well, all I want to let you guys know is we have 2 driving sims in the rotation. Taxi Sim, let's see how it does tonight. Taxi Life, I keep calling it Taxi Sim. Taxi Life, let's see how it does tonight. If we have a good time together, great, we can keep it in the rotation, but if we end up being a dramatic slowdown tonight and the support and everything is slow, then we don't have to do it again. But I'm curious how it goes and what you guys think. And, you know, I personally like the game. I do. I think that it's kind of fun. It's very different from the truck sim. So let's see how it goes for the rest of the night, okay? I think it was just a temporary thing anyway. Now she's happy, so it doesn't matter if I drive faster. Oh, what?
That would all. Can I see you as my crush? I will not judge. Tell you for I don't want love.
That's the first time I've hit a pedestrian in the game. But you tell me what I was supposed to do. There was
not hit the pedestrian, perhaps. Like, how does he miss? Hold on. So he's not paying attention to the pedestrian on the side of the road there.
Drive fast.
So they're walking. He's not looking. There's a pedestrian. There it is there. That pedestrian right there. He's not bothered to look if anyone's crossing the road before he turns the corner. He just turns the corner blindly, assuming that he... Yeah. And... Crush. You know. And then, yeah, he's that, but yeah. But apparently it's not Phil's fault. Like, he didn't fucking look to see who was fucking crossing the goddamn road. Fucking good luck living fucking round Phil Burnell if he's ever driving. Phil Burnell does not look where he's going when he's driving.
That's the first time I've hit a pedestrian in the game. But you tell me what I was supposed to do. There was no one there anywhere visible. I'm turning. The pedestrian literally walked into my car as it was already turning, and I'm responsible.
Phil's the type of person who would shoot somebody and then claim the fucking person threw himself into his bullet.
Alright.
excuse me, the good news is we did get a tip. A 39 euro tip. Well, I can already tell you virtually in the game tonight, I've made a hell of a lot more than I have in real life. So, guys, if you like Taxi Life, if you could support it, please do tonight, okay? Okay, so Tag, thank you for the super chat. In 45 minutes, that's our third contribution of the whole night. I'm getting the feeling you guys aren't liking this game anymore. So, I mean, honest question, everyone. Are you guys bored of this game? Seriously, are you bored? Because it's very hard for me to even talk with you guys when I'm playing it. It is. Like, it's very hard for me to speak with you because I have to pay attention to the game. And if you're not finding the game very entertaining, then we don't...
So a gamer who's on DSP Gaming, his channel's called DSP Gaming. He's playing games on DSP Gaming. And he's complaining that the game is requiring too much gameplay for him to be interactive with his audience. Yeah. I mean, isn't the whole point of you being on DSP Gaming, Phil, to play video games? If you just, I mean, I know, this game wants me to play the game. How dare it?
You don't have to do it anymore. If you're actually legit bored of Taxi Life, then we'll just say screw it and we'll call it now. If you're bored of it, are you bored? Yeah? Yeah, people are saying yeah. All right. Well, I guess we'll call it audible. I'm sorry, guys, that we started, and since people are bored, I guess we'll just like hang out then instead. I would much rather have a social night with all of you hanging and chilling and having a drink or two and having a good time rather than us play this and you're going to be bored. You know what I mean? I'd rather hang out with you. Fair enough, guys. For Taxi Life, it is what it is. It's a fine sim game, but people are saying that they're bored. What can I do, right?
Not be boring, perhaps.
I'm not going to keep playing a game when people are saying that they're legit bored and they don't care for it. So I hope that you enjoyed the 5 hours or so that we played of Taxi Life. And thanks for watching. Okay. Had a good run. What else can we say, right? Had a good run, but if you're bored, you're bored. That's fine with me. We can just hang out then. That's what we'll do. Okay?
He rage quit. Because they're a bunch of little fucking moronic kids.
WP says there's 250 people watching. You should do a vote, but it's up to you. If literally everyone in chat who's here interacting just said they're bored, everyone who speaks in chat, including regulars, said, yeah, we're bored with this. It doesn't matter that there's 250 people watching. No one cares, right? It sounds like when people are tuning into the driving streams, they want to hang out with me. And there's dead air when I'm driving around because there has to be, because I have to pay attention. So therefore, it's not fun. Okay.
I like how Phil could easily tell, just like, he could just talk. He doesn't have to be reading the chat in order to be talking to his community and just telling them like random stories. This reminds me of like my this time I drove in this place, wherever, and you know, he could easily tell stories, but no, instead it's dead air. And we saw that in Death Stranding 2 as well. When we finished Bingo yesterday, you know, and there was, you know, I was playing Death Stranding 2. Phil legitimately went, I think it was like 3 full minutes without saying a fucking word. I don't know how to time it properly, but it was a long goddamn time Phil went without saying a goddamn word. He died like 2 or 3 times, didn't utter a fucking word, and then finally started talking again.
Fair enough. I mean, that makes sense. That's totally fair and fine, and I'm not angry about that. We'll just hang out then for the rest of the night, okay? Okay. Let's close the game here.
Is it going to include the $50 sub chat?
All right, guys, ready? We're just chill. I guess I'll
please include it. Please include
the stream. Will just did a $50 super chat saying do some Mario Kart. People want it. We did Mario Kart last night. I have no desire to play Mario Kart again.
He was given $50. Somebody gave him $50. Yeah, Phil, here's a whole bunch of money anyway. How about you put up Mario Kart so we can... He's like, no. We can't have two streams in a row. A game 2 days in a row. People's brains would melt. But thanks for the $50.
Mario Kart, people want it. We did Mario Kart last night. I have no desire to play Mario Kart again.
Thanks for the money, stupid fuck.
And, excuse me, quite frankly, sorry about that disgusting belch out of nowhere. Quite frankly, I wouldn't play Mario Kart while inebriated. It takes too much attention, too much control. You know what?
It's a fucking party game, Phil. It's not that serious, bro.
I mean, like, if I'm going to play something competitive, I would not be drinking.
Fucking cunt. Just cunt is a cunt. Fuck it. Bingo. You know, I've stalled it. I've got plenty of fuckers. We're not just here. We need a number. We need a number for the bingo game and board. The first number. Just whoever's first. First number in the chat I see. Fucking first past the post. Who gets to fucking win the number thing first? Sonic was first with a number 220. Interesting number. 220, okay, fair enough. We'll type in 220 in the chat. There we go, oh, in the chat, in the little box here, there we go. This is the bingo card we have for today's show. We need Phil to say and do the following. We need Phil to say here's the thing, or here's the deal. Him pig-splitting something, him saying business, him messing about with Twitter or X, or saying Twitter or X, and Tim saying it is what it is. Second row is Phil saying subs, obviously, him giving someone a good old-fashioned lean-in ban. In fact, has he banned anyone already? Has he banned anyone already? Let's see. Oh, we have a free space. We've got one free space already, of course. For the gifted members earlier on from Australia, thank you very much indeed. And Phil has banned people today. We can tick that off immediately.
Burger.
Phil has indeed given somebody a good old-fashioned lean-in manual ban multiple times. So we got that ticked off already, fantastic. We Phil say by the way and detractor or trolls. The third row is Phil saying on goal, his voice cracking, him saying these we tries it, allowing to explain and shocked. The fourth row is Phil discussing food, him saying nobody or no one, him discussing drama, him applauding, and him saying there you go. The fifth and final row is Phil saying basically good news, him doing some scat talk, him saying Ridley, and finally him saying members. So there we go, that's the bingo card we have for today's show. Thank you Sonic for helping us pick this bingo card, very kind of you indeed. Now of course there's a variety of ways for us to try and get free spaces to help us on our way to a Full House bingo card. For example, if Phil burps, snorts or sips 10 times before he starts recording for his shitey fucking gameplay, that gives us all a free space. For every 6 minutes and 40 seconds of Phil begging, that also gives us a free space. If Jade shows up in the chat and Phil says hi to Jade, we get a free space for that as well. For every 5 new or rejoining members to the bingo streams, we get a free space for that also. And finally, in my opinion, the best way for us to get free spaces, 50 likes is 1 free space, 75 likes is 2 free spaces, and 100 likes on this bingo stream before we finish playing bingo not only gives us free spaces, but you guys also get to enjoy the Bubbles animation made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations to celebrate the 100 likes on the stream. So you guys are in full direct control of some of the ways we can get free spaces, when the rest of the ways are controlled by Phil and his bizarre body functions, as well as him begging like the little bitch that he is. Also, we're 15 likes away from 50, so there we go. We have 1 free space already, courtesy of Stroyer, gifting those memberships, very kind of them indeed. Now, like, if I was Phil Burnell, I'd be like, well, guys, yesterday was amazing. You guys are so supportive yesterday, you know what I mean? We were given so many gifted memberships, you know what I mean? And it's like, but yeah, it'd be great if we can keep that momentum rolling. Wouldn't it be great if that momentum can, you know, be maintained and we can build on that and rally it? Nah, that's the sort of thing Phil would do. That's a DSP fucking trait, you know. So yeah, that's not. that's a fucking difference. Like, if Phil fucking ever gets given a low
member bomb, my biggest fans are idiots.
I was a joke, BroSide. Thank you, BroSydePhil, for 5 members. Oh, you bastard. But yeah, I'll say this is gonna be a normal game of bingo today. Nobody's going crazy. Sonny's going to behave himself. He's not going to fucking lose his damn mind again. We're sure it'll be good. Thank you, BroSydePhil, for the 5 members, and congratulations to Excalibur 2010, Yo Saru, Lou P, Toxics, and just a bat boy with internet for all getting their membership. Make sure you guys, if you just got a membership there, make sure you thank BroSydePhil for gifting you a membership, and of course that gives us another free space for the bingo, because for every 5 members, either new or rejoining, we get a free space for that. So fantastic stuff indeed. There's some more things to cover, but I'm going to let the bad man explain that himself.
Well, hello everyone, Phil Burnell here, letting you know about King Jad's Bingo and Marbles gameplay on YouTube. Now, you need to leave a post in the community tab to enter, and that's it. A lucky winner will be picked by playing Marbles at the end of the month. It is just that easy, any mouth-drooling idiot can do it.
Thanks, Phil. Yeah, dick for pig-splaining it for us all to understand. And remember, guys, as Phil said, get your own marble locked in and secured, okay? But I'll do it today. Do it today or tomorrow. Because tomorrow, when we're finished playing bingo tomorrow, we're going to try and complete 3 very challenging marble maps to finish off the bingo week. And for every map we complete, we add $10 more per completed course to the bingo prize fund. The more marbles we have, the better our chances are of getting at least 1 marble to complete that course. So it makes sense, obviously. Get your marbles locked in nice and early and get them secured. And also at the end of the month, you know, you get your marbles locked in and secured as well, for when you're trying to win half of that bingo prize fund. The bingo prize fund is also made up of us getting full houses. For every full house we get $10 out of the bingo prize fund. A quarter of the YouTube money I make goes towards that bingo prize fund as well. And finally, 100% of tips I get, no matter how big or small, goes towards that bingo prize fund as well. So that's all explained too. I think I've covered all the bases. The only thing left for me to do, as well as make sure Phil's on 1.5, of course. We can't forget 1.5 speed. It's necessary. But yeah. But the only thing left for me to do is just to press the random Scottish soundboard button to send us off into battle once more.
Fuck's sake, Jesus!
And on that very angry note, it is time for some bingo. Good luck, everybody. Here we fucking go.
Good morning, everyone. It's official. I got it working. Ladies and gentlemen, today is the premiere of Grand Theft Auto 4 with mods on PC here on DSP Gaming. I'll tell you a little bit about what happened and what caused all the issues. And we've got some more gaming news today. Sadly, the fallout of the Microsoft layoffs continues, and we have the sunsetting of a game that, quite frankly, I didn't even know was still up and running. Plus, we'll chill and we'll talk about Indestance Day. All of this and more on the final episode of the week of the Level 1 podcast.
And let's skip a shitey intro, shall we? It's a long intro today, a long intro. Little brief bit of begging there from Phil. By talking about Indestance Day, we get a slight bit of begging on the big counter straight away. Excellent stuff. But yeah, chill's not on a card until I swear, guys, if I miss anything, remember, if I miss things on the bingo board, please let me know. Usually I'm pretty okay at catching things if Phil says or does or whatever, but sometimes I do miss things. If I miss something, please by all means tag me in the chat, let me know. It's a team effort here. I don't want to fucking lose bingo by 1 square because my dumbass missed Phil fucking, like, you know, scratching his ear or something, or something daft shit like that, yeah. So by all means, if I ever miss things, please let me know. It's a team effort here. Now let's get on with the show. 1 down. Technically there's only 22 to go because we have 2 free spaces.
Alrighty, good morning everyone and welcome to the show. It is a lovely Thursday, July 3rd, 2025. I'm DSP, the King, and this is the Level 1 Podcast. I hope I find you all in good spirits. And if not, what's your problem? Cheer up, for goodness sake, because today is going to be a great day of content here on the channel. What are we doing? Well, we've got some exciting stuff on deck that I've been working on for a bit after about a month of debate and after a few days of hardship and pain. Today, we have Grand Theft Auto 4 with mods on PC.
Come the fuck in and fuck the fuck off.
Thank you very much to Savage today for popping their 4-month bingo Barry message saying thanks for the ever entertaining content. Thank you for being a member, and I'm glad you enjoy it. Yeah, I said also I'm trying. I've always not to fucking toot my own horn or anything, but I've always tried to fucking be different, if that makes sense, with what I do. You know what I mean? Like anyone obviously can fucking make their own like detractor content, but I've always kind of thought to myself, you know what I mean, if you've got something unique to say, get out there and fucking say it and put your point forward or whatever. And at the same time, obviously, it's just a case of like, you know, I enjoy ranting and raving at the bad man. Like I was a detractor for years without feeling the need to do anything content wise, if that makes sense, you know. Like I was enjoying like being a detractor back in like fucking 2014 or whatever, 2015. And it was only until the bank leaks happened that kind of thought, well, fuck it, you know what I mean, I've got a few things to fucking say, and yeah. But yeah, I'm certainly glad as an audience for bingo, not jazz, you know what I mean. I'm glad people enjoy what I do, and yeah. But at the same time though, having said all that, I'm kind of glad for a long weekend coming up, you know, because Phil's not here on Sunday. And I'm looking forward as well to a week without bingo or Phil in general, you know what I mean? Like, a whole week at the end of August without having to think about DSP is going to be fucking glorious. I mean, oh my god, it's just... I'll be on a holiday, I'll be fucking drinking like cocktails, mojitos and all that shit, you know what I mean? On the beaches and the canal, it's going to be fucking fan-daddy-dozy. I might send a tweet, you know, with me with a cocktail in hand sitting in the fucking hot tub, whatever, just to fucking show how, you know, I don't know. I might flex for one brief moment, I don't know, we'll see. But for the most part, I'm just going to fucking enjoy just unwinding and just... Yeah, but that's at the end of August, though. Still got, you know, fucking all of July and most of August if I can get for it first. But yeah, as I said, though, I'm glad people enjoy what I do, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'll tell you one thing. I don't know how, you know, ALT, like I feel like not every detractor obviously streams every single fucking day. You know, sometimes it's hard to, sometimes, you know, people being busy. ALT, I don't know how ALT does it. Like, he streams more than I do, you know what I mean? And, like, for longer. And it's just like, I have no idea how he fucking has the endurance to fucking do it. I really, he's a fucking warrior, man, fucking, you know, just doing what he fucking does, you know? He never fucking sleeps, I think you're right. He's a fucking zombie. Well, look here, he is the oldest creature in the fucking universe, you know what I mean? I guess he's you know, he spent the first couple of like millennia sleeping, you know, so yeah, I guess he got tired of sleeping after a while. So yeah, as the oldest creature to exist, he's just there existing. And he's just bored, so he's going to make detractor content to pass the time. There we go. ALT is a very old person. Old bastard! Let's get on with the bingo, shall we?
It took a while to get it up and running, and I'll talk a little bit about that and why it was a pain in the butt, but we got it going. We're going to have all kinds of good stuff added to the game, which we'll discuss. Excuse me. And of course, this will be awesome. because we get to have a little bit of a taste of GTA before next year's GTA 6 release. It'll kind of, satiate our appetite. I haven't played a GTA game a couple of years. It was GTA 5 I played like 2 years ago. And then about a year or two before that, there was the GTA Remastered Ultimate Edition collection of the original game, which was not very good, if you remember. It was pretty buggy at launch, and over time they did eventually patch it and make it better. But I actually played it at launch, and it was kind of a mess. So anyway, good stuff there. Now, the late stream tonight is Thursday Night Fights. Since tomorrow is a special holiday marathon, I am doing fighting games tonight, and it should be great because it's going to be Capcom versus SNK 2. I've been playing this game quite a lot against really heated competition, like, Justin Wong, the former national champion, excuse me.
The guy you begged to play. You went into Justin Wong's DMs and begged him to fucking play that guy. Justin Wong, yeah, okay, I remember that guy. Yeah, you said you fucking begged him to play him in the fighting collection.
As well as other great players, like Snake, who I actually played against in a grudge match, a rematch, after 20 years, is a grandmaster in the game who apparently still regularly plays and enters tournaments and the like. But the match was awful because of the connection. It was so laggy. I didn't know that Snake was in Florida. I had no idea. So here I am playing in the furthest northwestern portion of the map of the United States, and here he is way down here in the southeasternmost. It's like the biggest distance possible in the country, and we're trying to play a match together. But anyway, as you know, I've been doing really, really well in CVS 2, getting better, leveling up, learning stuff. So tonight I'm very excited to play more and hopefully level up more. I'll be attempting to play on PS5 and see if there's comp, and if not, we can always switch back over to PC. Speaking of which, just a quick addendum for PS5. If you guys don't remember, this year we've had some issues with PS5 capture and broadcast.
There's Phil using those big words again to confuse his fucking dumbass career munching dents.
Addendum.
Yeah, addendum. It's never mind, it's a Gundam. It's addendum.
Play on PS5 and see if there's comp, and if not, we can always switch back over to PC. Speaking of which, just a quick addendum for PS5. If you guys don't remember, this year we've had some issues with PS5 capture and broadcasting for some bizarre reason. Whenever I hooked up my PS5 Pro and we started playing games, there'd be an audio desync, and it would usually happen 1 to 2 times every stream, and I would have to restart the capture device live during the stream to fix it, and no one could really get to the root cause of it. So last week, when I was playing Death Stranding 2, I said, I wonder, if there's anything here we can do with audio settings. And we went into the audio settings of the PS5 Pro. We just kind of messed with them. It didn't really do anything because we wanted to test it for like the spatial audio. What you can do if you have like a Sony TV that syncs with the PS5 Pro, you can do this thing with the audio of the speakers that the speaker in the controller will detect the audio of the TV and like give you surround sound to the TV. It's a whole bizarre thing, right? We went to do it. It didn't work. The TV went silent and wouldn't put out any audio, so I had to turn it off, and then it basically started working again, and we just kind of went from there. Now, since I did that test, whatever that test is, there's no audio desync. We've now played 2 streams of Death Stranding 2 and CVS 2. Nothing. So I don't know what it is, what caused it, but it seems like we fixed it. Don't ask me. I'm not the techie guy who would be able to figure this audio thing out, but I'm just happy that it's not happening anymore. Obviously, I'd rather have no audio issues than having desync constantly. This is great for upcoming playthroughs. Obviously, Death Stranding 2 won't have it. Ghost of Yotei won't have it. And other playthroughs on PlayStation moving forward. Speaking of which, Death Stranding 2 continues. Yesterday, you guys showed up, engaged, and supported the game. We hit our goals and exceeded them, and people seemed to enjoy the stream, so Death Stranding 2 will continue in the rotation. As long as you guys want it, I'm down for it. All right, so we'll keep it going. It will continue next week. Sweet. All right, however, one quick note. Taxi Life, the driving simulator based in Barcelona, Spain, is over after 5 hours. We played it for 2 streams, and then last night we were doing our 3rd stream. The entire audience was bored. People were just like, Phil, this sucks because we want to have a game where we can interact with you. We want to have a game where we can hang out and chill and have a good time together. And sadly, when you're playing Taxi Life, it really is such hectic driving. There's bumper-to-bumper traffic, stop and go. Pedestrians are walking across the street right in front of your moving car. And you have to pay such attention to the game, you can't read our chat messages and interact with us. So, yeah, sad, but people just didn't really like it. So I said, all right, it's all good. We played it for 5 hours. It's good enough. I got my money's worth out of the game. I'm not upset. Now we still have 1 driving sim in the rotation. That's American Trucking Simulator, which is doing well. We're actually going to new states and stuff because I bought a bunch of DLCs. I guess what we will do is next week reconvene and see, hey, is there another game driving, with this wheel that I have on my PC that you guys would like to try? Or do we just stick to driving sims like Truck Sim for now? We'll see. All right. But anyway, we did on the fly. We swapped around. And we just did a Q&A session, chill with Phil for like an hour and a half, and I had a good time with it. Most people did. We didn't hit the goal, but I'm not going to be upset about not hitting the goal when we did an on-the-fly change like that. Still had a good time, still decent support, so it's all good. So we start off today at 43 out of 50 goals. Remember, the reward is the Grillo's Pickles menu from Sonic for DSP Tries It. They put it on the app as of yesterday, so pickles are back on the menu, and the sooner that we get to 50 goals, the sooner we will try the menu. Now, obviously today, I doubt we're going to hit 7 goals, so we're not doing it today. Tomorrow is a marathon, and we're going to talk about that. It is Indestance Day. Tomorrow, all day long, we are going to chill here on DSP Gaming together. I am going to be doing several different things at once. First off, I'm going to be cleaning out this closet for the first time in around 3 years. We actually did this in 2022, and it actually ended up being one of the most popular events I did all year. I think what it was, people just like to chill with me, and when I'm pulling random crap out of my closet and showing it off, it's kind of cool. This time around, it'll actually be in full HD, great visuals, auto-adjusting camera, unlike last time where I still had the, peach fuzz cam and everything looked like shit. So it'll be cool. You'll be able to see some of the fan art and things that I have in there. I'll be able to show off my game collection. in full HD. It'll be pretty cool, all right? But in addition to that, which is, you know, kind of a busy work thing that just needs to get done, it's going to be the retirement stream for my vests and hats. If you remember through the years of 2020 through 2024, whenever I hit milestones of support on a stream, I would put on a silly hat or a vest or whatever, right? So now we are going to do that again. It's been done for a year, but we're going to bring it back one day only out of retirement. And when we hit support goals of $50, every $50, I'm going to be putting on either a hat or a vest during the course of the stream. I've got over a dozen hats. I've got like 8+ vests. So we've got a lot to get through. And every time that I put on the silly stuff, obviously, it's going to be funny. But then we're going to retire that stuff, and I'm going to put it into a storage bin. And maybe we will pull this out every once in a while for a special event. Like maybe every year, if this is, you know, popular, if it does well, maybe we'll do Indestance Day every single year and have it as an...
I mean, guys, I'm calling it now. Phil is not going to fucking have a failure of a stream. This is... I'm calling it now. He is going to get 4 figures on tomorrow. It's going to happen, you know. It was inevitable. Phil has had 2 slow marathons in a row. He cannot afford a third one to fucking flop. He cannot afford to have his other great idea be a fucking massive failure. You know? So yeah, it's going to happen. So it's... I mean, obviously, it'd be hilarious. It'd be fucking hilarious if Phil gets like fucking less than $500 or like, you know, he's expecting to. I mean, he clearly he's like, I've got 8 vests and I've got all these like I've got like a dozen hats. He is fully expecting and anticipating $2,000+. Like he thinks this thing tomorrow merits that. You know, it's gonna be crazy. Hey, Moki, how you doing? I caught a wee bit of your stream earlier on Moki. It was like Moki's 200th YouTube stream or something, or video. I see the title and I popped in briefly, but I kept quiet, you know. I just lurked like a creepy bastard, you know. I lurked like a spider that wasn't paying rent, you know, and didn't say anything. But yeah, Moki was doing a stream earlier on, like 200, I think it was. Like YouTube, like video or something it was. Mister's in the chat. Mister, how you doing? Mister's asking, in the past 3 weeks, has DarkSidePhil done anything worthy of note or of interest? I mean, it's... I mean, 3 weeks. I'm trying to think. When did Phil tell people to fucking go jump off a cliff? Was that 3 weeks ago or more than 3 weeks ago? I'm trying to think. Oh god. But yeah, it's basically been just fucking Phil having meltdown after meltdown. You know, he's wage quit some games. He's demanded money for this and demanded money for that, and yeah, it's the same old shit, basically, you know. Nothing bizarrely significant, you know. There's been funny wee moments. I would say, to get your fill of, like, what's happened lately, you know, you can't go wrong with following, like, Memology's compilations, for example. Whenever something really interesting happens, Memology's not shy, you know. Memology's okay if something's ignored and Phil, you know. If there's nothing of amazing value to gain from Clip and Phil, Memology will just have a night off from Clip and Phil, and he'll just fucking focus on other things, because that's not his main. But yeah, if there is something of value there, Memology's usually on hand to catch it. So yeah, so I mean, I would say, if you want to kind of keep tabs on Phil in terms of his antics in a very loose way, just kind of keep a wee brief eye on Memology's uploads on his side channel, that DSP Tries at Memology channel. As well, I recommend for that anyway. Oh yeah, plus we won 3 bingos yesterday, but that was because Sonny's a fucking maniac, and Phil is very predictable as well, but there you go.
Annual event similar to how I do my Halloween and Christmas marathons, it could be a really cool thing to do, okay? So, Indestance Day is tomorrow. In addition to that, I'll be drinking. I have a ton of different flavored shots, including 3 kinds of flavored moonshine, horchata. In addition to that, we've got those 99 fruits shots back, and more. So I've got all kinds of stuff to drink during the stream, and there will be a big meal. My wife is going to be making an American barbecue meal with barbecue chicken and some homemade amazing mac and cheese, plus some other sides. So it should be a good day, hanging out, having a good time, chilling, cleaning the closet, putting on silly things, getting some shots in, and it should be just overall a great day. Now listen, I understand that a lot of people will be celebrating July 4th, the National Independence Day here in the United States tomorrow. I'm streaming all day.
So hold on. So yeah, Mister's confused. What to say? Phil is calling the event, because tomorrow is obviously 4th of July, you know, America, you know, Independence Day. It is Indivestment Day, Phil. Indivestment Day. Yeah. So yeah, Phil played with words to try and get people to come along to his stream and give him thousands of dollars because he's wearing vesting hats for every member goal hit. So yeah, it says Indivestance Day, yeah. It's fucking ridiculous. I like how for like one day I made an old detractor tune like fucking years ago about Phil like putting on hats and vests for goals. And also, when Phil stopped doing that, it was no longer relevant. Obviously, because but I'm glad for one day it'll be relevant again. You know. So there we go. Good times indeed. By the way, Phil Burnell has 225 people watching his stream, and Raw Phil has 762. So there we go. Aye. Well, you got to understand, Mister. Phil's last 2 marathons have not done very well whatsoever. The marathon that it was like the fans voted. You know, the audience got to fucking vote in the games to play for Phil. You know, Phil played his games. The fans voted. That marathon flopped, and Phil blamed the audience. He had a right angry go at the audience for that. You know, that was also like, that was like months ago. And then Phil's like, I've got a great idea. I've got my own idea for a marathon. And it done worse. Phil's idea, not influenced whatsoever by his audience in any fucking way, because it was his idea and only Phil's idea, done even worse for support than when he had his meltdown about the fucking his audience ruining the previous marathon. So he can't afford for us to fucking fail. If this marathon tomorrow doesn't break $1,000, he is going to be upset. He needs 4 figures or more to think of it as some sort of success. I'm calling it now.
I'm actually starting off early in the morning, 11 o'clock, and going all the way to like 8, 9 p.m. So hey, if you could just stop by at some point during the day and say hello, that would be sweet. If you can't make it, it's all good. Obviously, the event will be on demand after the fact and you can watch it, but it would be nice if you could stop by and hang out with me and just say hi if you have a chance. Many of you don't live in the United States. I'm well aware that it's roughly 50% of my viewership aren't in the USA. So in that case, hey, come on by and hang out with me during the day when most people will be busy in the US. I'll be here all day spending time with you guys and chilling and having a good one, okay? I'm also going to look for a patriotic background. I do believe that there is a, like an American flag background that I can use. I'll have to take a look. Flags of our users. Yeah, it used to be American flag, but they changed it to flags of our users. And I think what it is you can pick America and others. So I can maybe do like an American flag, or maybe I can do like fireworks, red, white, and blue and stuff like that in the background. Should be pretty cool.
Who fucking cares?
So, this should be fun tomorrow. I hope you'll join me all day long. But that's kind of why my schedule is different this week. That's why we're not doing Friday Night Fights and there's no gameplay tomorrow. Now, by the way, for the record, if we get bored or if I finish cleaning out the closet and we want to do something else, we can. If you want me to silly jump into something and play for a minute, we could do that. You know what I mean? Like, we have options. It's okay if later on in the day, once we've kind of gotten through the things that we were going to do, if you don't just want to sit here all day and clean out the closet and do something else, I'm okay with doing some gaming. But I don't want to commit to that because I don't want to upset people if we don't get to it. I don't want people, oh, he said he was going to play GTA 4. When does it start? When does it start? I'd rather just have it be casual, okay? So, it should be a great day, and I certainly hope that you will join me. Yes, Mozzie, I'll be writing names all over my body for contributions. Anyone who contributes $50, I'll write your name, I'll tattoo it all over my body, so I'll look like the Ink Man or, you know, of course, you know, that stupid gimmick that everybody else does. But, I mean, in reality, that's actually what the whole vests and hat thing was about. If you remember, there was an epidemic around 2020 of people who were becoming streamers, and the only reason they were doing it was to milk money out of their viewers by doing dumb stunts, like literally taking their clothes off on stream, jumping into a hot tub or a thing of Jello, or riding an inflatable Pickle Rick, and writing the names of their contributors all over their bodies. It was disgusting, quite frankly. It was revolting. It was absolutely unacceptable, morally and legally. And therefore, I was trying to basically make a spin off of that, say, hey, if you can do that stupid shit, I can do the opposite. I'll put clothes on and make a living because you're so dumb you think you have to get naked and degrade yourself. Well, I'll put more things on and I'll do better than you. And I did. So there you go. Anyway, so that is tomorrow. Burger. I'm excited for that, and I hope that you all are too. I just want to remind everyone, I will be off from streaming both Saturday and...
Wasn't the vest meant to be a symbol? Didn't Phil word it that way, where the vest was a symbol against like the detractors and the naysayers or whatever, you know what I mean? And like, for fuck's sake. Phil has so much retcon it fucking makes you dizzy at times. It really fucking does. It really fucking does. Remember, originally when he fucking got the vest, he said we can't fucking wear it all the time because we need to fucking save it for special events, whatever. If we fucking wear it all the time, it won't be special anymore. And then people threw money at him, and Phil completely forgot about that fucking logic and rationale and fucking wore it every time he got $100. Yeah. It's just, it's fucking ridiculous, it really is. Jesus Christ, man. Awful, awful stuff.
Sunday of this week. One day I'm going to be doing my errands and usual stuff. The other day I'm going to be spending some time with my wife. I'll be back.
Yeah, he's actually alluding to what he's doing. Okay, fantastic, Phil. Phil is telling us what Sunday's all about. Finally, go on, Phil. Please tell us what special things are you doing on Sunday. I mean, there's absolutely nothing stopping Phil from also doing this on a Saturday. You know, I'm just saying he's not going to fucking spending 20 fucking hours of his day at the fucking grocery store getting lost in the fucking butter aisle again. You know, there's absolutely nothing preventing Phil Burnell from you know, doing things with his wife on the Saturday. Although, you know, he's taking an extra day so he can do something on Sunday. Great. Is Phil going to elaborate?
Is tomorrow. I'm excited for that, and I hope that you all are too. I just want to remind everyone, I will be off from streaming both Saturday and Sunday of this week. One day I'm going to be doing my errands and usual stuff. The other day I'm going to be spending some time with my wife. I'll be back on Monday, and next week will be a balance, okay? It's going to be a balance between Death Stranding 2 and GTA 4 with mods. We'll probably sneak in the stream of Blueprints like we usually do. The night streams will alternate between American Truck Sim, Mario Kart, Minecraft, and CVS 2. Also, keep in mind that Friday of next week is a new release. On Friday, it is the Tony Hawk 3 and 4 collection. So we will be checking that out starting on Friday and adding that to the rotation as well. It should be a good week. It should be a very good week of summertime content for all of you, and I hope that you'll come join me.
Who fucking cares?
So he can't spend any time with his wife whatsoever on Saturday. If Cat's like trying to spend time with him Saturday, feels like, no, honey, that's what Sunday's for. I took a day off on Sunday, so we can spend time. You go fucking back into your fucking room and keep playing Skyrim.
So, let's do some shout-outs, okay? Then, I want to talk a little bit about GTA with mods and what you can expect today. I also have some game news to cover, so we've got a good variety show today, all right? Okay, so, first off, thank you to Toe Tickler Timmy, who became a channel member this morning. I appreciate that, Toe Tickler Timmy. That is an interesting name. And thank you for the support. Appreciate that. And I got a couple of small tips this morning. Let's see what's going on with those.
I love how Phil can't help himself but fucking refer to him as small. I'm going to fucking shame these contributors by calling their tips small. I'm not even going to fucking pretend to be thankful that they fucking gave me money in the fucking first place. No. I'll just fucking shame them by saying these cheap bastards gave me small tips that are not even worth my fucking time.
So I got a $2 tip from someone. Now, I've heard about this, but I don't think it's actually what people think it is, okay? So there's a $2 tip from someone. And they said, did you hear that YouTube has a new policy that they are bringing into effect basically within a couple days? This new policy is now going to prevent unoriginal content from being monetized.
Ah, well, this is a thing. This is absolutely a thing. I seen people talk about it on my member Discord earlier on. So it is absolutely a thing. You know? So yeah, this is as a link to it, actually. The Deserto has a link to it. Hold on. So yeah, it's here.
Oh my dog! What's up?
Oh, thank you very much, Moki, for the £2 super chat. Who said, "I'm sorry, it's so small, nothing I could do." Well, you can't help it, you know. It's just the way it goes, you know. It's just the way the cookie crumbles and all that jazz. But yeah, it's just I don't know. It wasn't even worth the fucking pop-up message. I'm surprised it got through the system. Fucking hell. I don't know why. I think it's because I was trying to load it at the same time. Like the page, I don't know. Hold on. Let me try and refresh that animation, see if it can play normally.
Oh my dog! What's up?
Fucking big smoke on fucking helium, for fuck's sake. But thank you, Moki, for the super chat. It's very much appreciated. I don't know what the fuck, yeah. I think it's because I've tried multiple things at once. I think, you know what I mean? Just like OBS, I was like fucking freaking out. But there we go. Excellent stuff indeed. Yeah, Moki's like, I thought a small thing had broken. No, yeah. The contribution was so small that, you know, fucking Big Smoke's fucking dying. But so YouTube cracking down on unoriginal monetized content with improved detection, you know? So YouTube's announced a new update to a policy. You can see the fucking story here, actually. We can zoom in this fucking story. Yeah, we go, look at the zooming. Yeah. Policy further improves the detection of inauthentic content posted on the platform and demonetizes creators as a result. So take more steps to ensure videos posted to the site are original. And we're more accurate at identifying mass-produced content as part of a new policy update. And, so yeah. This is a story Phil obviously has not done his, due diligence yet. He's not paid attention to it. So he seems very unaware of the situation. Like he's like, I don't know, like Phil is addressing it right now. This is what someone tipped Phil about. And Phil's like, I'm not sure if it's true or not.
And they said, did you hear that YouTube has a new policy that they are bringing into effect basically within a couple days? This new policy is now going to prevent unoriginal content from being monetized. Content ripped from streams without proper transformative edits, restreams, raw out-of-context clips. Word on the grapevine is that many detractors are in a sheer panic, and rumor has it that one of them is actually paying a mortgage with the detractor and restreaming content money.
Oh, for God's sake, Phil. Don't even entertain the bizarre fucking... Oh my God. Detractors are in a panic? No, I've not talked to every single detractor out there, but I've not seen any single fucking panic from where I've been looking. I don't know about you guys, but I've not seen a single fucking detractor fucking panic whatsoever ever. You know, I just love how Phil entertains. There's like, he'll complain about no evidence whatsoever for things that we fucking say about him, whatever. Is it a context, nuggets of truth, whatever, you know what I mean? And that's not, but here he is, completely believing this bizarre claim as gospel. Why? Because it suits his narrative perfectly.
The grapevine is that many detractors are in a sheer panic, and rumor has it that one of them is actually paying a mortgage with the detractor and restreaming content money, and is in a full-blown panic right now. Things are looking good. Do you have any thoughts?
So before anyone says anything, so I'm not paying a mortgage, but I would like alcohol money for next month when I'm on holiday. This is I'm up front and honest. I'm not trying to pay a mortgage. I'm still I'm paying rent right now, you know. But I am. But yeah, next month I'm on fucking vacation. I need fucking drinking money. So yeah, I'm So obviously this is content. So back to the article, you know, the whole thing in the first place. Phil. This is obviously for channels that are actually monetized with ad revenue and all that shit, you know what I mean? And that might affect, I mean, it could affect channels, I guess, to a certain degree. Like, there are some clipping channels out there. People who are transformative with the work, you know what I mean? BroSydePhil always commentates on what Phil says, you know what I mean? He breaks it down, he's safe, you know what I mean? But I'm thinking also like, Duty Streams, I think sometimes just does a draw clip, Snort Burnell as well. Memology, I think, might get away with it because obviously they try and, you know, they try and chop about, you know. But aye, those channels, I think, might potentially be, I don't know, if the AI works, they could be affected. But I don't know how much, so if that makes sense. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see exactly, I guess, how it fucking goes.
Having to get gold out of you, Phil.
Oh, fuck, Moki found some more dosh. Thank you, Moki, for finding a tenner down the back of your fucking seat. Happy holidays, have a bucket and iron brew on me. Thank you, Moki. I knew I could fucking squeeze me out fucking money at you, fucking. I'm sorry, this is so small, nothing I could do. My arse. We found more fucking money. Who cares you don't get to fucking eat for a fucking few days, you know what I mean? I fucking got some drinking money. I do appreciate it, Moki. Thank you very much indeed. Very kind of you. Oh god, mate. So yeah. Dapper Dragon is saying, so Phil should be panicking as well, right? Because the AI is more likely to hit game footage than it is edited videos of him. It's a good point, actually. I mean, it depends on what it's trained to pick up on. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how it's going to be implemented and how it fucking works. You know, I guess I'll have to wait and see for sure. But let's see what Phil's taking as, you know. I'm curious to see what Phil has to say about him and his own content. But I think this message to him will also have him distracted and he'll instead be celebrating like, oh, the detractors have fucking had it.
Paying a mortgage with the detractor and restreaming content money and is in a full-blown panic right now. Things are looking good. Do you have any thoughts? Well, here's the thing. When this was first announced, people were actually saying, oh, is this a direct response to the H3 lawsuits where Ethan Klein is suing several streamers for basically replaying his own content without permission, which is a violation of copyright law. It does not, you know, substitute or constitute fair use. And is that what's happening, that YouTube is saying, oh, well, we should be in line with this now. We're gonna actually start doing it. No, and in fact, what happened is YouTube has responded to this story saying, we're not changing anything. I'm serious. Oh, we already had this process in effect. It's already been in effect all along. That's what they said. That was their response. And everyone's reading like, but you don't enforce it. What are you talking about? So the question is there actually going to be an actual change? Because YouTube literally responded to the story saying, no, we're actually not changing anything. This has already been in our policy all along. But could that be corpo speak saying, oh, actually, you shouldn't have been doing these things all along, and now we're finally going to enforce them? The way I see it, excuse me, I'll believe it when I see it. So let's see what happens. All right.
I love how we use that same sort of fucking rationale against his fucking bullshit and lies. He doesn't fucking prove anything. You know? They're really champions, Phil. Like, we fucking saw it, and Phil's like, no, he didn't. He sold the account. Prove it, let's see it. No. He'll believe it when he sees it, and yet he won't. He's not. And yet we try to use that same logic and rationale on him. We'll fucking believe he's fucking not, you know, down from the rafters still when we fucking see it, and Phil's like, I can't show you that. It's personal, and fucking my family will be in danger if I show you my WWE. I'm sorry, I still can't believe to this fucking day that Phil Burnell actually fucking got away to a certain degree by telling the internet that his family will be in danger if people see his WWE Champions account. That makes no logical or rational sense whatsoever. And yet Phil fucking said it with a straight fucking face. And like, and it's like, how the fuck he meant to fucking Anyway, moving on. Let's just crack on with fucking bingo.
And when this happens, if it goes into effect, whenever it is, I think it's a day, a few days, right? You know, I tell you exactly what's going to happen is people are going to start mass flagging stuff. All right, they are. It's not going to be me, because you know me, I don't bother with any of this shit.
You do, Phil. You've actually got a history of fucking flagging channels and streams, whatever. Hell, you fucking flagged slow beef back in the day. Slow beef. You try to get slow beef taken down. For fuck's sake.
But people will start mass flagging people who are these clippers, these restreamers, these re-uploaders. It's just going to happen. And then basically it's going to test the waters. Are these people going to survive, or all of a sudden will their channels completely be demonetized, right? I don't know. I guess we'll find out, but I'm not going to be involved in it. My job is to be right here, making content for you every day, positive content. I just don't bother with this shit. You know, I'm too busy with my own.
Fuck off. Pretend you don't fucking pay attention. You don't fucking care, Phil. No one fucking believes that shit. You're focused on making positive content? Are you ever going to fucking start it? Because it's just basically fucking non-stop negativity from you. You're focusing on also. You're focusing primarily on the fucking horrible bad news stories in the fucking gaming industry. Like yesterday, Phil was just focused on massive negativity, not a lot of positivity whatsoever. You're like, Microsoft have fired 9,000 people and all that shit. And he had some bizarre fucking talks like that about Neil Druckmann as well and all that shit. You know, no positivity to be fucking seen whatsoever.
Life. So something might happen, something might not. To be frank, I probably have one of the best legal cases of anyone on the internet to sue people for actually stealing my content.
Fuck the Beth, better where art thou? Does Phil have no, hold on. What? Oh, speaking of Methbear, Methbear actually sent me a clip. Methbear sent me a clip here. A video. An ode to the closet cleanout. Go until 209. Okay?
Wait, Steve
Alright.
says no wait. This is the best bit. Okay, I'm gonna take your
Big ups to Shango Flair. Oh man, Shango. Shango doesn't stream too much these days, I believe. It does now and again. I know he's like still, he kind of, you know, it does try and do it sometimes. You know what I mean? Like if you go to his channel, Shango Flair's channel. You know, 4 months ago, a couple of streams, whatever, for a few and whatever, 5 months ago. I mean, it's been a wee while. He has like wee fits and bursts when he can fucking do content, and then he kind of stops or whatever sometimes, you know what I mean? It seems like, but aye, it's just a shame though. Hold on. But aye, this is 2 hours, this is like 2 years ago. Let's see what, this is an ode to the closet cleanouts.
word for it, Steve. I'm gonna take your word for it. Wait, hold on, wait. Steve says, okay. This is on you, Steve.
Yes.
Steve, past Steve is getting called out here. This is on you, Steve.
If I'm doing this and I'm talking, can you guys even hear me?
Yes.
Can you make out a word that I'm saying, or does it sound so muffled?
No, I can hear
I have
you.
no idea what I'm saying right now.
No, I can hear you.
How did that sound?
I was able to hear you.
You can still hear, but it's way less clear. It's muffled.
It's muffled.
See? It sounds like I'm sitting in a toilet. It sounds like I'm far away. I haven't even moved. I haven't even moved. I'm sitting in the same spot. But you see that the mic, I had no clue. The microphone sounded so different.
Yes, you did.
And then if I get over here and I'm in the closet, you can't hear me at all. Like there was one time, there was a big stack of the hard drives that I stored my videos on, and they fell over and smashed my foot, and I screamed out, oh shit, that's not good. I don't know if I broke them. And I went back to the video. You can't even hear it unless you pump the volume to maximum on the video. You can't even hear me.
What the fuck?
Who fucking cares?
So anyway, that was something interesting that I learned. So as of today, immediate changes. So a few extra things were added in the background.
What?
Nice.
Hold on.
I'm thinking about switching out Connor for something else. I'm not sure what.
What?
We didn't really find anything good. If you think of the things that we found.
Wait, no, hold on. Come on, Shaggy. Call the cops on Shaggy.
There was
Call the
nothing
cops on
great,
Shaggy.
nothing special. So there's really nothing good to put into the background.
Hold on, I gotta go back because I didn't. This isn't making any sense. No, we gotta go back.
To make up earlier today, we did not hit the hat goal either. It's been a very slow day. It would be great if we pick it up a little bit with maybe some contributions side with tips.
Okay.
If you can, just saying. You have no idea what I'm saying right now. But right now, I really can help. Tomorrow's my day off. The tips. How did that sound? You can still hear, but it's way less clear. It's muffled. See? It sounds like I'm sitting in a toilet. It sounds like I'm far away. I haven't even moved. I haven't even moved. I'm sitting in the same spot. But you see that the mic, I had no clue. The microphone sounded so different. And then if I get over here and I'm in the closet, you can't hear me at all. Like there was one time, there was a big stack of the hard drives that I stored my videos on, and they fell over and smashed my foot, and I screamed out, oh shit, that's not good. I don't know if I broke them. And I went back to the video. You can't even hear it unless you pump the volume to maximum on the video.
Hey, sir, how you doing,
can't
baby?
even hear me.
So, but that's because you were far away from the microphone.
So anyway,
exactly.
that I learned.
What?
So hello there.
Wait,
as of today,
you learned that the farther you were from the microphone, the less we could hear. Steve, I hate you. I hate you so much. I hate you so much for that right now. That was, oh my god, I hate you for that, Steve. Oh my god. It's so fucking boomer. Like I just,
Quality. Yeah, Phil. It took Phil until his first closet clean out to realise that, you know, I'm going to back away from the microphone. You guys still able to hear? Actually, you guys should still be able to hear me okay, because I actually fucking put effort into my microphone settings and filters, so it fucking tries to boost the volume if I'm further away. You know. I rolled away from my fucking microphone and I realised a second, all my filters were kind of set up accurately. So if I really lower my voice and like kind of whispering, you know what I'm saying? This is me whispering. I'm being very quiet right now. But my OBS filters on my microphone are set in a way where it recognises that and so amplify that. You know, because I put time and effort into trying to get the settings right. So it fucking boosts the volume when I'm quiet and it fucking doesn't go fucking crazy when it's loud. But that's Phil for you. Phil doesn't understand these things because he's a fucking dinosaur and doesn't fucking want to put effort into his craft. This is his job, his livelihood. Oh, God help us all. Thank you, Mepper, for sending that and, you know, reminding us all that Phil is completely incompetent when it comes to understanding, you know, physics, I guess. You mean when I'm further away, you guys can't cheer me? What?
For the people who live restream me every day, which is 100% blatantly illegal and you cannot do it under any circumstance, that's out. And anyone who raw rips my content and just re-uploads it, that's out.
So let me rewind to some full context. Phil just fucking said the most bizarre fucking thing. He's got the most... He thinks he has got the strongest legal case possible on the planet to sue detractors.
I'm not going to be involved in it. My job is to be right here, making content for you every day, positive content. I just don't bother with this shit. You know, I'm too busy with my own life. So something might happen, something might not. To be frank, I probably have one of the best legal cases of anyone on the internet to sue people for actually stealing my content. For the people who live restream me every day, which is 100% blatantly illegal and you cannot do it under any circumstance, that's out. And anyone who raw rips my content and just re-uploads it, that's out. It always has been. It's just that I've never actually exercised my legal right to do anything about it. It's too expensive, it's too time consuming. I would have to go get a lawyer, I would have to slap people with cease and desists and lawsuits, and it's just not my style. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna play games and have a good time and make a living doing it. Now, if anything ever happened where I couldn't do that, like for example, if all of a sudden I couldn't make a living doing it anymore because these idiots were actually stealing all my profits and I wasn't getting crowdfunding, then they'd be in hot water because I'd have nothing better to do. Get it?
But Phil, you're already making that accusation now. Phil's already fucking accusing every single fucking detractor of us getting money he should be getting. Like, anytime detractors are making money from Phil Burnell, he fully believes that should be money that goes into his pocket. Like, when I get a whole bunch of super chats, memberships, whatever, he thinks it should be his money. Same goes to That Being Said, same goes to Shinkle, same goes to Reviga, same goes to Detractor Bean, doesn't name any detractor channel. Hey, BroSydePhil, name any of them, all of them, any and all. Phil fully believes in his fucking heart that any detractor stream that gets money, that money would have went to him instead. Like, he really thinks that, you know, for example, in Phil's head, you know, Moki would have given Phil the money instead. So, you know, Moki gave me a super chat, you know, like 10 minutes ago. Phil believes that if I wasn't streaming, then Moki would have gave that 10 quid to Phil instead. That's what he thinks. I'm just telling you, so Phil is genuinely of the belief that money that goes to detractors would go to him instead. You know? He actually fucking believes that for some reason.
Good news is I'm doing well for myself, so I don't waste my time on that shit. Okay? So, let's see what happens. But I'm not too into it. I don't really care. I'd rather see what happens with others first. Like I said, the whole H3 lawsuit thing is kind of interesting. I want to see how that progresses, and we'll see if anyone actually gets slapped with anything as a result of this policy change or not, and we'll go from there. But I'm not sweating it. I'm not caring about it. To me, it's just business as usual.
Burger. Who fucking cares?
Okay. I got a $1.50 tip. What is my opinion on the Star Wars Disney sequels? Do you see them as canon? I mean, I don't think, to be honest here, okay? I don't think that... Hold on.
Careful, Phil. Careful now. As it is a potential hot topic.
I don't think that it matters what I think. What matters is who owns the property and what they say. Disney owns Star Wars, and they say that the sequel trilogy is canon, so it's canon. Right? I don't determine what's canon or not. I could try to deny it. Like,
They weren't trying to imply that you owned Star Wars, Phil. They were asking for your opinion, you fucking shite bag. I can't give you an opinion on that. I'm scared of offending people.
Give you an example here. I'm a humongous fan of Ghostbusters. When I was growing up as a kid, Ghostbusters 1 was like an insanely popular franchise, movie, cartoon series, action figures out the butt. Ghostbusters 2 came out, amazing, right? Then, Ghostbusters retired for a very long time. Ghostbusters returned in 2016 with a movie starring 4 women, totally new Ghostbusters team.
Oh, women. The way that Phil said women there. 4 women? Ew. They're women. I can't enjoy this. They're female-style characters.
Returned in 2016 with a movie starring 4 women, totally new Ghostbusters team, not in line or supposedly canon with Ghostbusters. Some people claimed it was, some people claimed it wasn't, everyone argued. There's been 2 more Ghostbusters films that actually have continued the plot of the original 2 films and actually has the actors in it, continuing their characters, right? Now, what if I don't like those movies? Oh, I didn't like that one, man. Ghostbusters Afterlife is garbage. I hate it. Doesn't matter if I like it or not. If they say it's canon, it's canon. They own the property, right? So, I would argue, yeah, I guess, that the Star Wars trilogy of sequels is canon. Even if you hate them and you think they're horrible writing and they sunk the series and everyone hates Star Wars now, that doesn't change the fact that the movies exist. The only way that they could not be canon is if they retcon them, which they could. They could make new movies and be like, forget that. Those movies never existed. We're going to do another sequel trilogy or whatever. They could do that. Of course, the problem with that is all the actors are old or dead, so I don't know how they're going to pull it off, right? So... Old bastard! There you have it. Okay.
I want to give you, Adam, the opportunity to kind of say what you wanted to say.
I received a $5 tip from Shinkin25. Now that Taxi Life is thrown in the trash, can you play more Mario Kart World? It's hard to convince viewers you're successful if it takes 26 years to go on a honeymoon vacation.
Oh! Where did that come from? Shinkin, I'll say Shinkin's a fucking larper. Like, they're throwing Phil money. Too much fucking money. But yeah, that came out of fucking nowhere. Shinkin's playing with fucking fire here. By the way, Shinkin, they don't fucking deserve. Like, if they try and charge Phil back, I don't think they got a fucking leg to stand on, because Phil's always fucking eager to fucking read out their usually generous contributions, like, you know, just like $10+, sometimes $25. Yeah. But that was an unexpected bit of spice towards the end there. How's Phil going to fucking explain his successfulness here?
Play more Mario Kart World. It's hard to convince viewers you're successful if it takes 26 years to go on a honeymoon vacation. What? Wait, what? 26 years?
You've been married for like 6 years, and then you're talking about in fucking 20 years' time, you'd finally take Cat to Europe. So, you know, length of time married, plus you saying 20 years in the future.
What? First of all, those are 2 of the weirdest, most juxtaposed statements I've ever heard. First, you want me to play more Mario Kart. Then you say, it's hard to say you're a success if you don't go on a honeymoon for 26 years. I got married in 2019, bro. What are you talking about?
6 years ago was 2019. And then last night, you were talking about how you can't really, you don't plan to go anywhere right now or have a honeymoon or whatever, but maybe in the next 20 years or so you could do it.
I don't know. Do I even address it? Like, do I even bother? It sounds like the guy's...
He can't address it. He cannot address it without sounding fucking pathetic. He's going to fucking ignore it. He's not going to address it. There is no win here for Phil. There is no W here for him to address this in a way that makes him look fucking good whatsoever, because he knows it's right.
I don't know. Do I even address it? Like, do I even bother? It sounds like the guy's high or something. I don't know. Listen, I could have gone on a honeymoon in 2019, and I would have been even worse off than I was financially because I would have done that. I think it would have been a really dumb thing to do, quite frankly.
Didn't your mother offer to pay for it? Your parents offered to fucking spend their money to get you on a honeymoon. So how would that affected your finances?
Because at that point, I was on my last legs, financially.
And at the same time, your mother gave you like fucking $5,000 to go towards the back taxes. So on top of Phil's mama throwing Phil Burnell all his fucking money to pay off his fucking back taxes and all that shit and going in some sort of payment plan, they also wanted, and as well as his fucking parents paying for the fucking wedding in the first place, they also wanted to give him money for the honeymoon. But Phil said, no. I'll take the wedding, I'll take the tax money. By the way, going on a honeymoon implies I'd have relations with my wife, and I don't want to do that.
Was in insane amounts of debt. I couldn't pay my taxes. I couldn't pay my bills. I was back-ended on everything. Late fees out the ass. Interest rates up the butt. A lot has changed since then, right? A ton has changed since then. I'm now financially stable. I'm doing much better right here with my business as well as behind the scenes financially with all my responsibilities. Things are healing, as they say. Thing is, it takes a while. I declared bankruptcy, and it takes many, many years to get that off of your record. I'm still not. I'm about halfway there, actually. And if I maintain the course of what I'm doing, things will bounce back, So eventually, could I go on a honeymoon? Yes, I could. Absolutely, I could. It's definitely a possibility, but I don't know what you're getting at. Saying that I didn't go on a honeymoon for 26 years when I've only been married for 6 years is a little silly, don't you think? Anyway. So, thanks for the tip.
But it's not a good reason, Phil. It's not a good excuse whatsoever. Let's be honest here, that's just, there was absolutely nothing preventing Phil Burnell from enjoying it. He could literally have an incredible, he could have the best honeymoon in the world. Like, I'm talking a fucking, 2 weeks in the fucking Maldives, the best fucking weather. He can afford this. I don't know why Phil's trying to imply he can't afford this with the fucking money he gets and the fucking fleeces from his audits every single fucking day. It is insane. The vacation, as I said, me and my good lady, we're going to, as I said, we're going to in the end of August, we're going to the Canaries. That was a holiday we paid for via payment plan, essentially. We're paid in installments, The final installment is getting paid in July to fully book and confirm and lock in the holiday. Easy manageable stuff. It's simple. The whole, in case it sounds good, so it was like we're going half board to the Canaries for like a week. So the whole thing cost about $2,000 altogether. For me and my good lady. So there we go. For both of us combined, it's like $2,000 overall. But yeah, it's worth it though. We've been there before. Love the place. Love the hotel. It's gonna be fucking fantastic and all that jazz. But I'm saying though, but Phil can. So I'm finished. I'm going to finish paying it off in July, okay? Which is very manageable, very comfortable. Phil gets $2,000 in a week. It takes him a week to get the holiday I'm going on at the end of the month, next month. You see what I'm saying? There is nothing preventing Phil Burnell from enjoying the honeymoon of his life, because he certainly has the money for it available to him, courtesy of his fucking ever generous debt heads. It's just the fact I don't think he wants to do it. It's so bizarre. I don't understand why it's just so fucking weird. And we're meant to be jealous of Phil's life, remember? We're meant to be envious of Phil. As I said, Phil makes far more money than I do, okay? I'm no denying, Phil makes far more money than I fucking do. And most of us probably, not to try and imply that, some of you guys make more than Phil. Fair play to you for that, congratulations. But I'm speaking for myself here, obviously, Phil makes more than I do, and yet I'd rather have my life than his. I look at Phil's life and how fucking devoid it is of fucking, there's no family in his fucking life, there's no friends in his fucking life, it's just the same old shit. Phil literally can't afford to take a day off from work. It's not really fucking work, I know, it's just him sitting in his arse playing games badly, but this is the life that we're meant to be envious of. This is the person we're meant to fucking be looking at in envy. All the money that gets given to him, and what has he fucking got to show for it? Absolutely fucking nothing of value or worth to fucking see. Am I jealous if fucking never leaves his fucking home 6 days a fucking week and only fucking goes out to fucking get lost in a grocery store? God no, why the fuck would anyone be jealous of that? Am I jealous that can't go on a honeymoon with his fucking wife even though they've been married for 6 years? Fuck no. Why would anyone fucking be jealous of that? It's like there's nothing in Phil's life to be jealous of apart from the fucking level of money he is given. But considering we know where that money goes, then it's not like Phil's doing anything special with the fucking money, you know what I mean? It's just fucking ridiculous. It really is. Like, I just don't understand how somebody can be this bad at managing the fucking finances. You know, it's unbelievable. So, yeah. Phil is a great example that money isn't everything, because he is given shit tons of it on a regular basis, and look how miserable he is. I'd rather have my life, you know what I mean? I make less, but my heart is more full than his will ever be.
I have no idea what you're talking about. It sounds like you're high. Cool. All right. So, by the way, a lot of people are trying to tag me and say hello. Good morning, everyone. I see a lot of people here. We got King Michael. We got Chris. There's a couple people over on Kick, but now they stopped doing that. So, thanks, guys, for being here. Thanks for chilling with me here this morning. And I hope that you guys are in good moods and ready to chill with me, because GTA 4 with Mod should be fun. You know, it should be really cool to jump back into this game, guys. Okay. All right, so what should we cover? Let's talk about GTA 4 with mods quickly. Let's cover some game news, and then we'll do some Q&A. You guys are asking me questions, but let's cover the other topics first before we get to that, shall we? Okay. So, GTA 4 with mods. Why didn't it work, and what mods are we using? Well, we're using a big package of mods that includes things like traffic, editing and improvements, graphics overhauls, different behavior of things in the city, lighting effects, reflection effects, all kinds of stuff. Like, it's too many to list, essentially, all right? But you'll see as soon as we boot the game, it looks completely different. You know how GTA 4 kind of looks washed out? Gone. You're going to see reflections on the street, on the car.
Pig Roach tipped £1. Well, I do have a condition snort that holds me back from having my honeymoon, and I feel it in the back of my head and the back of my neck, and it's telling me something.
Oh god.
My dog, what's up?
It's WWE Champions time. That was a good one, Pig Roach. Thank you for the tip, Pig Roach. Very kind indeed. Thank you, Ida, as well, for a $2 super chat. It says 10k to not go into bankruptcy goes into bankruptcy. Yeah, it's crazy. It really fucking is. It's fucking. He's just such. I mean, I don't know. And that's just what the fuck, man. It's just it still doesn't fucking make sense to me. I know it doesn't. Like, how he chooses to live his life makes no goddamn fucking sense to me. Mythbear says I didn't even apply the honeymoon money to his back taxes. Well, I don't think he was given the honeymoon money, was he? They offered to pay for honeymoon, but Phil said no. I think the money he was given was literally just for the back taxes only. You know, the payment plan thing for the taxes. Can you imagine if I fucking took fucking money for a honeymoon and said, nah, just change my mind. Unexpected bill came up. Fucking hell, man. I don't know, man. It's just, it's crazy to me. Like, I love as well. I mean, I feel like has Phil been asked this before? Does anyone know? Has anyone asked Phil Burnell if he ever paid his mother back for that loan to get in a payment plan? He was happy to fucking tell everyone that he was given the money by his mother, after all. Did he ever pay them back? I'm curious. Because to me, if I was in a situation where I was forced to fucking take $5,000 fucking dollars, pounds, whatever, from my own fucking mother, I would feel like I owe that back. Personally, that's a lot of fucking money.
Completely different. You know how GTA 4 kind of looks washed out? Gone. You're going to see reflections on the street, on the car, in the glass, stuff that didn't exist in the base game.
Who fucking
really cool.
cares?
The one bummer, I'm going to have to not have the radio on, and I know that there's going to end up being scenes where there's music playing in the background, and we're going to get...
Well, GTA games have a fucking MP3 player section. Just fucking have a fucking video be on your MP3 player. Use your fucking dumbass fucking, you know, intro fucking music, or whatever. But you can fucking literally customize it so it's your music playing in the game on the radio.
Anyway, but if I don't turn the radio off, once again, what's happened previously is going to happen again. There's going to be videos that are going to end up getting muted, blocked, and what's the point of playing the game if people can't watch the playthrough? GTA 4 has this unique soundtrack, but sadly half the tracks get issues on YouTube. So, really dumb, really stupid, but what can you do? We'll just have to have the music off, okay? But outside of that, this should be an awesome playthrough, seeing all the changes and everything in the game. Now, did I mod the actual story? No. We're going to play the real GTA 4. It's just going to look, sound, and play a little different, but it is GTA 4 at its core. We didn't change the whole game around to be a new story or anything like that. It's going to be, you know, the core stuff. I haven't played GTA 4 in about 6 years. It was actually, I think early 2019 was the last time that I played it.
Who fucking cares?
And then before then, it was like 2012 was my original playthrough. So it's been a long time since we've touched this game. It should be a really fun run, and I hope that you guys will stick around and hopefully
Support? Support? Support?
Hopefully you guys are good and will enjoy this, all right? It should be fun. Okay?
Who fucking cares?
Why isn't it available on consoles? Because it's modded. Mods can't be on consoles. Mods are all PC oriented. You know,
Anybody care what this guy thinks?
No!
editing files and the like, so that's why. Okay. I should mod in DSP songs. As funny as that would be, I don't think we'll be listening. I already hear the DSP songs enough every day on my own stream. I don't need to hear them in the game.
Oh my god, he is sick of his own fucking songs. Is that the way I fucking have that crap that I fucking play for you guys every day? On my fucking, oh my god. You know, it's not even a case of fucking like modding it in. Look, there's a folder. There's a folder there by default for MP3 music in the fucking game files. You just fucking put your music in there, and lo and behold, if it's fucking audio files, then the game will play those fucking files, that music. And you're just, Jesus, dumb bastard. Pixar is saying they sent me a preview of what you're working on while listening for King Slice. So King Slice got a new intro. Oh, hold on 2 seconds. If Pixar's got something brand new, we fucking need to check it out. 2 seconds here. He sent us a preview. I assume it's safe to show, which is why he told me. Like, I'm not like fucking spoiling anything, am I? Let's see here. Oh, hello. Hello, what's this? Hang on, so the preview is... Hold on 2 seconds here. 2 seconds. If I click on here, so this is the preview here. This is the preview I was sent by Pixar. You know? And there's a description as well. There's actually a description as well to go with this. And its description is, cat, my back, remember? You'll have to carry the gin inside. Yeah. So, all this gin. And Phil's like, well, you get a hand cart, honey. There we go. So, as Pixar busy boys, always working on something. He's in high demand. He's always in high demand. There's so many people will say use it. I'm not the only person who says use his creativity before for that content. You know what I mean? And this is a part of what King Sly is working on. Let's see if we can see any spoilers. Hold on. So, Gordon's Gin, of course. What's this brand in the background here? I'm not quite sure what this is in the background, but he's a Gordon's Gin right there, as we can see. WWE Champions is on Phil's phone, naturally as well. There we go. Cat saying, what the fuck? How the hell did I fit in this shot? Pixar slimming Cat down just for artistic purposes, so she fits. Nice one. All the cameras as well. the number plate. I beg 24/7. There we go. How many cameras? Like 1, 2. There's 3. There's 4. How many more? There's 5, 6, 7 cameras. At the very least. And the pig knocker door thing. Jesus Christ. There we go. Excellent stuff. Nice little preview there from Pixar. Thank you, Pixar, for showing us that. I'm looking forward to seeing the final product, whatever, and see how it all turns out.
Too. Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. So Tickler Thomas says, no, I mean GTA 4 as a whole isn't even on PS4 or 5. Is that true? I know for a fact it's on Xbox because that's where I played it in 2019. I played it on Xbox One. Yeah, curious. I wonder why they never added it to PlayStation. I don't know. It was on PS3, that's for sure. Okay. All right, so that starts today. So what happened and what caused my problems with these mods? So it's very simple. It's what I've been saying all along. These people who code, who mod, all the techie head people, they're incredibly smart. I don't want to downplay the level of intelligence and expertise that these people have, but they're very smart in one very small area of something that they hyper-focus on and they master, okay? And usually these people are excellent as employees, but if you try to get them to relay any kind of information, to teach something to someone else, you might as well be talking to this wall right here next to me, okay? And I had some experience with this when I was in college, university. I, at first, was a major in computer science. Well, they only had one teacher to teach computer science at my...
Oh, I remember a story. Phil made a teacher cry. You know? I mean, if you want to believe Phil's version of events, Phil made his teacher cry.
I was in college, university. I, at first, was a major in computer science. Well, they only had one teacher to teach computer science at my university. This teacher, again, he was gifted. You could tell that this guy could code like a master. Okay? The problem was he was one of the worst teachers I'd ever had in my life. He had absolutely no ability to relay the information of what he was doing to an audience. Therefore, no one learned anything in the class. He would sit there and go through code and he would skip half the stuff. So you don't even know what happened, and then he expects you to be able to do it on a test. It's like, but you didn't fucking show us how to do half of it. How am I supposed to know how to do it? You're the teacher. Why didn't you teach us? So anyway, what happened with these mods is there were step-by-step instructions online on how to do them. Download this zipped file. Download this zipped file. Literally just unload this folder into this folder. Override this file with this file. Okay, I did everything word for word, step-by-step as instructed. The mods didn't work at all. Why? Because the person who made all of this made a mistake. They accidentally had one file not proper. So when you have a zip file and you're going to unzip it somewhere, you know, extract it to this folder, the whole idea is you want those files to be placed directly into the folder and override files in said folder. They didn't do that. They placed a folder inside the zip file instead, but said to extract it into the folder. It didn't work because you're putting a folder in a folder. You're not putting the files in the folder. You're putting another folder within the folder. So it's a simple mistake.
Well, Jesus Christ. The fact that he didn't figure this out himself is incredible. I'm at a loss for fucking words that he never figured this out. How it seems I don't know. I am not a very techie person myself, but it seems like the most fucking obvious thing to fucking understand and get your head around.
But they fucked up their entire instruction thing by doing it that way. In addition, they misnamed the folder. So not only was it improperly in a folder, then they named it wrong, so you wouldn't have even known that you were supposed to take the files out of that folder and kind of drag and drop and override because it wasn't named the same thing either. So they made two simple mistakes that, again, if you were the person involved and you know modding, you'd say, oh, I see what they did wrong here. It's an easy fix. But how would you know that if you don't know modding? If you don't understand the situation, you'd be like, I don't know what went wrong. I have no clue. How am I supposed to figure this out? So luckily for me, I had some help. The person looked at it and said, is this it? Make sure to do it this way and this way. And I did it a second way, a different way, and it worked. Okay? There was also an issue with the shaders. But the shaders got fixed. There was like a simple issue with the shaders. Like I guess one of the configuration files had an error in it. So that was fixed, and now it works. It's running beautifully. 4K resolution, 60 frames per second smooth, all these new visual effects and things, which is excellent.
Who fucking cares?
No blur, no nonsense. It should be good. It should be a good run. GTA 4 looking...
I love how Phil's like hyping up the fact that it's 4K, but his streams aren't available in 4K, so it doesn't benefit the fucking viewer whatsoever. Like him having 4K on his fucking game is of no consequence whatsoever to the fucking viewer who get a fucking max resolution of 1440p, which is practically the same as 1080p when Phil's fucking done it because it's not really proper 1440p.
Playing better than ever before. It should be super fun. I'm excited for it. Okay, I apologize. I obviously wanted this to start on Tuesday. It didn't work out that way, but I guess as they say, better late than never, right? Okay, so that will be starting today, right after this stream. Cool. All right, a couple shout outs here. We have Prophet Oner who did a $2 super chat and says this is for the GTA mods today. Thank you so much, Prophet Oner. And then we have Princess Luna, who did a $10 super chat. Thank you for not giving up and for trudging through installing all these mods. Hyped for GTA playthrough. Me too. I hope that it turns out well. I hope that, you know... Here's the thing. Until we actually play it...
Oh, Proud of Chef is fit waiting. Hey, pal. Can you just play the game instead of explaining every small detail? Chat isn't interested. Phil's probably... I mean, I don't know if Phil's going to ignore that. Phil usually ignores these sort of chats, but he may address it and say, fuck you, buddy. I have an audience for a podcast. People like the podcast.
We actually don't know how stable this thing is, right? Like, it could start off well and all of a sudden the whole thing starts crashing. I hope not. I really hope that it will work and it'll be smooth and we'll enjoy a much nicer version of GTA 4 than the core version. Not to say that the core version is bad, but I mean, we're talking, this is from Xbox 360 era. You know, the graphics are very washed out from that time. I think they did it on purpose because the draw distance wasn't far enough, so they would have these washed out graphics to hide the things in the background, right? Now, with these graphics and everything the way that they are, I mean, you could have insane draw distance and everything, so we'll see how it goes. All right, I'm excited, and we can tweak it too along the way if we need to. We can change those things, settings. There's a lot of different adjustments and things that we can do.
Who fucking cares?
Now, before we get ahead of ourselves, okay? Already, the moment I boot this game, people are going to say, are you doing the DLCs? I am not committing to playing the DLCs right now.
The DLCs are the best part of GTA 4. It's a controversial opinion, but, I mean... I think the Ballad of Gay Tony is even better than the main GTA 4 story. Honestly, the Ballad of Gay Tony is a ridiculously good DLC for GTA 4. You know? Lost and Damned is pretty solid as well. That's a pretty solid fucking thing, you know what I mean? But for Phil to, I mean, I said the exact same thing to Moki, right? Obviously, Moki played the fucking single player game of GTA 4, you know, and I was trying to recommend to him that the DLCs of GTA 4 are incredible. It's part of me. At times, it's like a different fucking game, and like you cannot in a normal game, okay, in a normal GTA 4 game, you cannot parachute, for example. It's not a fucking thing in GTA 4. You can't parachute. It's a thing in the Ballad of Gay Tony. They implemented that feature for that DLC. There's also fucking different fucking wee features and like fucking modes and all that shit in the DLC. Like it's like a fight club. You know what I mean? And all that shit. It's like fucking bizarre. There's a fight club you can fucking go to and all that shit. You know, it's just weird. It's just mad. All the extra fucking things you can do in that fucking game. But it's just, I would highly recommend the DLC. If you know, GTA 4. I mean, also the single player as well. Normal single player game, pretty solid. You know, but the DLC as well is superb.
Okay, just being honest. I want to do a bare playthrough of the base game with these mods and see how it goes. Now, if we play through the base game and people really like it and they're showing up and they're engaging and supporting and we're having a great time and we want to extend that experience into the DLCs of The Lost and Damned and The Ballad of Gay Tony, then maybe we can do that. But I don't want to promise you guys that because we have no idea how this is going to go. Okay, let's see together. Let's play it together. Let's have a good time. And if it goes well, maybe we will do those as well. The thing is, I want to make this abundantly clear so everyone listen up. The GTA 4 playthrough is the filler playthrough. It's not a new game. So once new games start coming out, those will take priority, and we're going to have GTA 4 perhaps jump around the schedule a bit. It's not going to be played full time. It's going to be the thing that goes between other streams. It's a filler playthrough. We've played this game 2 times before. There is a gimmick here that it's going to run and look better on PC, but it's the playthrough we've already done. The other things will take priority, whether that's continuing Death Stranding 2, Tony Hawk's Collection, the upcoming Donkey Kong Bonanza, RoboCop to some extent. I think with the RoboCop expansion, what we'll do is let's see what's going on at that time and how we're doing in all the games. And if I feel like maybe we shouldn't play RoboCop at release and we should hold off till later in July, because if you're not aware, there's nothing going on in late July. It's very dead. So maybe we hold off on a game and play it later on in the month. Might make sense, because both Donkey Kong Bonanza and the RoboCop expansion come out the same day. And I was thinking, maybe hold off on RoboCop for a bit and play it a little bit later while we focus on the other things. That way we're not playing 7, 8 new games again, and then we're all stuck, right? So, let's see how it goes, all right? Will people show up, engage, and support with GTA? Let's see. I'm always curious, because sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I'll be honest with all of you here. GTA usually does bring butts to seats at first, but sometimes it doesn't last. It really depends. I know people love GTA. You know, I do too. Some of my most successful games I've ever played and playthroughs I've ever done. But this is the 3rd time I'm playing GTA 4. So, you know, it's certainly not going to have the kind of lasting impact as, say, the first time I ever played this game, right? And I get that. I totally understand it. So let's see how it goes and play it by ear. Fair enough? All right.
So before Phil continues, I want to try. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where in the video. I made it for Twitter. I'm not sure. Let me check my YouTube channel first of all, because Phil did a daft thing before. He said it went and did a wee silly thing. Was it a video or was it a fucking clip here? Hold on. Let me check here. Hold on. Hold on. 2 seconds. Where is it? Hold on. When did you last play GTA, like the fucking collection? You know? It was a pretty short video, I think I fucking made it. It had quite a short on his own. But shit. I was like, guys, I'm back. It was the weirdest fucking thing, it really was. But I don't know. How long ago was it? Hold on. Shit. I'm going from my fucking channel and I don't think it's there. If it was, it's a long fucking time ago maybe. Fuck me, hold on. Shit. Man, I made a lot of shit videos, haven't I? Fuck. I don't know if I can find it. Yeah, I can't even find it. I don't think I have it. So yeah, Phil had a strange fucking thing. I made a video. I don't think it was a short either. I'm pretty confident it wasn't a fucking short. Yeah. I think I must have made it for fucking Twitter then. The fucking clip, you know. Ah, fuck. I'll never fucking find that. Hold on. Hold on. Let me very quickly. Let me check one more thing. Let me check my fucking like wee folder here on my computer. So hang on. It's a video I made for that. Video made for that. It's that video. Hold on. I've got a whole bunch of fucking useless fucking videos I've made over the years. Not that video. Not that video. Yeah, maybe I don't have it anymore. Fuck. Shit. I don't. Yeah, I don't think I have it. Ah, balls. I don't fucking have it, I think. I will. I tried. So yeah, I made a clip before where Phil like celebrating, like he's back. You know what I mean? Like, you know, this is how he was playing the GTA trilogy. The GTA trilogy came out. He had 1,000 people on stream for the GTA trilogy, and he was in full, you know, like fucking, you know, humble brag. Was like, guys, I'm back. Welcome back. welcome fucking back. And then like, you fast forward like a fucking, like you know, like a week or something, and like he's like barely had any fucking support, and everything else is like, what a difference a few days can fucking make. Phil's going from like 1,000 people on back to people not giving him fucking money whatsoever for the fucking game, and he's fucking desperate. It was I don't know. It must have been a fucking thing I made for fucking Twitter, I imagine. But where the fuck is it? I don't know where it is. I'm trying if I can see it, but I don't think I got it. Damn. Ah well, it doesn't fucking matter in the grand scheme of things. Alright, I'll keep looking for it while this bingo continues.
Alright, well, let's go ahead and do a couple of quick news stories, and then we'll open it up to kind of Q&A and see what you guys want to talk about today. Okay? If you give me 1 second, my curtains keep moving. It's kind of annoying. With this air conditioner, the air circulates a little different, and the curtains keep moving, and the sun is coming in a little bit, so give me a second just to close them again and see if I can get them to stick. I might have to actually eventually buy Velcro for these blackout curtains to keep them closed during the summer, because it is a little annoying that they're opening.
And then it just fucks off, I guess.
I need tips. Pay my taxes, pay my back taxes, pay my utilities, pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill, pay my utilities. Very slow day for support.
He's still going. Wow, that was a long time to finish my fucking curtains. God damn.
Okay, so we got a couple news stories to cover today. One is a follow-up to what we talked about yesterday. It's definitely not good news. In fact, it's really sad that this is happening. But we do have a follow-up to yesterday's story about the big Microsoft layoffs. Okay, taking a look here, hold on. Here we go. So taking a look here, if you remember yesterday, we talked about how, sadly, Microsoft has laid off over 9,000 employees across the company, but a lot of the people affected are people in their Xbox Games division. So yesterday we talked about how they closed the Initiative, who was making the Perfect Dark reboot, that there was a whole new MMO being made by Rare, that's canceled, that there was another MMO being made by the same people who made Elder Scrolls Online, that's completely canceled, and a lot of people are losing their jobs. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this morning we got this news, not good at all. Romero Games employee says the whole studio is now subject to layoffs after Microsoft pulls funding for the new shooter from Doom co-creator John Romero. We have some difficult news to share. Last night we learned our publisher has canceled funding for our game along with several other unannounced projects at other studios. This was a strategic decision made at a high level within the publisher, well above our visibility or control. We deeply wish there had been something or anything we could have done to prevent this outcome. This absolutely isn't a reflection of our team's work performance or the quality of the product itself. We hit every milestone on time, every time, consistently received high praise, and easily passed all of our internal gates. We are incredibly proud of the work being done and of the talented team behind it, the best that we've ever worked with. We're currently evaluating next steps and working quickly to support our team. Many of us have worked together for more than a decade, some of us for over 20 years. It's an extremely difficult day, and we're heartbroken that it's come to this. If you know of any opportunities or ways that you can help our incredible team, please reach out. Thank you to everyone who's offered support and kindness and encouragement during this difficult time. That's Brenda Romero, the wife of John Romero, who's in charge of Romero Games. And then there's a follow-up message here. A Romero Games employee claimed that Microsoft's decision to pull funding from the studio's in-development project has led to the entirety of the studio being laid off. Today I found out the whole studio is being let go because of the layoffs at Microsoft. They posted on LinkedIn. A very sad day, wrote another employee impacted by the layoffs. It breaks my heart to say that Romero Games fell victim to the 9,100 Microsoft layoffs today. The best team I've ever worked with, and it was my dream job just gone, just like that. It really was a great project, and it's hard to process that it's over. It's nothing less than tragic. So you're not aware, yes, John Romero was one of the people who co-creator Doom. So what you do is, if you make Doom the Dark Ages and it flops like it did, because if you guys aren't aware, it actually did flop. They were expecting it to be another hit like Doom Eternal. It didn't sell nearly as well. The game stopped being talked about within about a week. And now people are acting like it never existed. Kind of sad because, you know, they thought that Doom was going to be one of their giant franchises over there, and they basically fumbled the ball with the Dark Ages. So, you know...
It's not as simple as that. Like, it's... Phil is not fucking seeing the bigger picture here. Like he's kind of aware of it, but at the same time he doesn't want to admit it, okay? Gaming isn't as popular as it was a few years ago. Like it's still popular to a certain degree, but watching people play games on streams is not pulling the numbers like it fucking used to a few years ago. Like if you search for fucking top streams on like Twitch, for example, I think you and me all know what a top category is, don't you? Just chatting. Just chatting is by far and away the most popular category these days when it comes to streams, because people for the most part would rather just obviously have that, and whether it's like fucking drama stuff, whatever. It's gone to the fucking days of like fucking some sort of like ninja or whatever person getting hundreds and thousands of fucking viewers consistently. That shit's fucking gone. So, and I think it's got a knock-on effect in the fucking gaming industry as well in general, because obviously the more people, it's like back then obviously more people were watching fucking people, you know, like these content creators play games, and then turn that as obviously good marketing and exposure for those games for people to go out and get those fucking games themselves. And these days it's just, I mean, gaming is still popular, but it's just it's not as popular. And it's like, yeah, I think it's that. I think that's a factor. Personally, that's my take anyway. I think that's a potential factor. There's just a lack of overall enthusiasm compared to a few years ago for the video game scene.
Doom the Dark Ages fumbles, so what do? You go to the people who made the original Doom, who obviously knew what they were doing because they created an entire genre pretty much, and you lay them all off. The modern team making Doom failed, so you go and lay off the people who made the original game and had nothing to do with it. You know, the people who have a track record of success, who know what they're doing, who likely were making an FPS game much better than the modern Doom. I just don't get it. I don't understand anything they're doing over there. It's apparent the management has lost their way and have absolutely no idea what they are doing. You know, and especially from this report, Brenda Romero herself saying they literally were receiving praise for their work. They were excelling. They were doing the best work they've ever done, and they just laid off everyone. People who were 20-year veterans of the industry who were making an amazing game. So I do have an honest question. I would love to hear an answer. I don't think that you'd ever hear any Phil Spencer or Sarah Bond or Matt Booty answer this question, but I do have a question. What was the point of buying up all of these game studios just a few years ago? You remember when Microsoft went on this crazy buying spree, buying this studio, that studio? Oh, we got to acquire Activision Blizzard. Why did you do that if just years later you were going to lay everybody off? What's the fucking point, you stupid imbeciles? So anyway, yeah, I am upset about that. I would have loved to play another FPS from Don Romero and his team. Probably I would have liked it way more than the...
He's not upset people lost their job. He's upset he won't get a new game to play. Phil, your empathy is misplaced. Like, he's like, oh, I wanted to get a new game. Oh, we'll never mind the fucking people and their livelihoods and their fucking jobs and their 20-year careers or whatever. It's like, oh, I wanted a new game. Boo, fucking... Yeah, Phil really cares, you know, he's really fucking showing his fucking human side right there.
And that's somebody right there who's already got a compromised moral compass.
Modern Doom, to be frank. You know, I like Doom 2016. I did not like Doom Eternal. I thought Doom the Dark Ages was good, but not great. So, yeah, pretty sad. I don't know what else to say. Okay, hold on one second here. We have two shout-outs here. We have Primitive Chef doing a $5 super chat. Hey, pal, can you just play the game instead of explaining every small detail? Chat is an...
Oh, yeah, actually, I addressed that super chat.
Interested? This is the podcast. This is the show where we discuss things. If you're here for the game, it's after the podcast. That's why I schedule it that way. It's literally scheduled out on my schedule as that. It even has blocks of time that show you when to show up for what. So you're early. That's your fault, not mine. I recommend that you learn how to read the schedule. And thanks for the $5 super chat. Okay. Okay. I received a generous contribution this morning. Someone named Schizo. Okay. Says, I keep seeing the number 23 one way or another in my daily life. I think there's a movie called 23-2 played by Jim Carrey. Yes. There's a movie called The Number 23, is there not? Where Jim Carrey gets into this crazy conspiracy theory where he thinks that everything is related to the number 23. But then supposedly the movie's a thriller because he starts finding things that actually are related to the number 23 and he thinks he uncovered a big conspiracy. And the mystery is it real or not? So, yeah, I remember that movie. Well, thank you for a tip of $23.23. I appreciate that. 23 tip. From Schizo. Oops, it's 23.
I think he's mispronouncing the name schizo, as in schizophrenic, perhaps. I mean, that's how. I mean, I might be wrong, of course, but that's how I'm interpreting that name. Like, I'm interpreting somebody who called himself a schizophrenic.
All right. So that gets us to $51 of support already. Thank you guys so very much this morning. Let's see here.
If you keep doing this thing, it's not actually an apology.
You have no respect for people that are...
I swear some people are really, like, ridiculous. So this person tips $1. Listen to this question. You're criticizing Microsoft for buying game studios and closing them. Why did you buy a condo in Connecticut just to end up abandoning it and having it be foreclosed on?
Yeah, Phil, that was actually pretty stupid of you financially as well. You You didn't bother renting it out. Well, you did to your aunt, but she had a fucking audacity to fucking die and stop giving you money for fucking renting the place out. And you were paying for 2 homes, one was empty for a long fucking time, and you never bothered to fucking do anything with. I mean, you're fucking having to go out complain about Microsoft and their financial decisions, whereas you have a fucking massive track record of having the most terrible financial decisions possible.
Because that was a...
I mean, David's asking him, I'm skipping that face. I don't usually, as I don't use raw fill to screenshot. Raw fill screenshots, I mean, cause it's a restreamer. Like, if I wanted to get screenshots, in fact, and I've been promised that I already have screenshots for, oh my god. Oh, I just checked member Discord. Hold on guys, hold on. I think we're okay for thumbnail stuff for tomorrow. I think we're okay. So, yeah. I don't understand. This is all to the future, Colin. We've not got to this point yet. But yeah. Phil, at one point in time, seems to... Why is Phil more intimate with his foot than he is with his fucking cat? I don't understand. I guess we have something to look forward to.
Completely different part of my life. That was before I was a YouTuber. That was before I moved across the country. That was before my aunt got ill. Like, there's a million factors. Like, that's insane. It's not even close to a similar comparison, right? When I bought the condo, I had this office job, and I actually bought a condo in Connecticut to be close to the job and commute back and forth, really short commute. Literally, that's the reason I bought it. And then what happened was that job laid me off. I became a YouTuber. I was a YouTuber for many years. I moved across the country. My aunt moved into the condo in Connecticut. The point was that she was going to live there for a long time, but then she got very ill and had to go into hospice care, and then eventually she passed away. So I didn't have anyone else to take over for the apartment. I looked into ways to try to rent it out. I couldn't find any company. Like, no company would touch the place because they said that is in like a high-risk area. Renters in that area tend to not be reliable, and therefore we don't even want to handle it. We don't want to even rent it for you. No one would do it. So I ended up just having it sit there, and eventually I went into bankruptcy, and I actually had to surrender that condo as a part of the proceedings, and it ended up being foreclosed upon by the mortgage holder. That has nothing to do with me buying up a bunch of game companies and then immediately 2 years later laying everybody off. Not even close. But thanks for the dollar tip. Very bizarre. You're a very bizarre person. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Okay, we're going to continue. I have another news story, and this one confused me, to be quite frank, okay?
All your progress essentially worthless, and I said, this game fucking sucks. What a complete waste of time that this was. All right?
That's boring. You're boring, everybody.
Our next story
Quit boring everyone.
blew me away when I heard it this morning. You ready? I'm just going to read the story word for word, and then I'm curious what your reaction is. Well, let's go ahead and do it. You ready? Ladies and gentlemen, it is official. Anthem is closing down. Anthem game update. We have an important update to share regarding Anthem. Hi, everyone. We have an important update to share regarding Anthem. After careful consideration, we will be sunsetting Anthem on January 12, 2026. This means the game will be unplayable online for the next 100... Oh, will be playable online for the next 180 plus days. Excuse me. As of today, you can no longer purchase any in-game premium currency, but you can still use your remaining balance until the servers go offline. We deeply appreciate your dedication, passion, and support over the years, and we'd like to thank you for that. Well, how long can we play? Till January 12th. Why can't I play it in offline mode? Well, Anthem was designed to be an online-only title, so once the servers go offline, the game is no longer playable at all. Can I still install Anthem if I previously purchased it? Yes, you can. Why can I no longer purchase Anthem? Over the course of the next 180 plus days, Anthem will still be playable online, and you can use the last of your currency then. Will I still be able to use my in-game currency? Yes, until January. How long will the game stay on EA Play? Only until August 15th, and then it will be removed. Has anyone else at BioWare been affected? No, the sunsetting of Anthem has not led to any layoffs. And that's it. So, I have a question. Okay? A burning, interesting question. Who the hell even knew that Anthem was still available to play? I actually thought they had closed this years ago. You know, this game flopped tremendously when it released in early 2019. It was known as one of the biggest AAA failures of all time. Insane amounts of money, time, and resources were invested in it. BioWare stopped making single-player RPGs to make this co-op online shooter game, and it was one of the biggest bombs ever in gaming history. Now, they did support it for about, a year with updates and the like, but very relatively quickly, within that year time frame, they announced, we're done with it. Like, we're not going to even be deving for it anymore. Don't expect any more updates. Don't expect anything, right? So... the weird part to me is it's getting shut down in January 2026. It's still available now? And the other thing that gets me about this, all right, let's talk about gaming posterity. Let's talk about preserving the past, and let's talk about having these things available for future generations to experience. Now, listen, I don't think anyone's going to say that Anthem's a must-play game and that if you didn't play it, you really missed out on this era of gaming, right? Who's going to say that? But you're telling me that because this game was purposefully designed to be online only, that now, once the servers go down in January, no one in history will ever be able to play it ever again. Yeah. That's exactly what they're saying. The game will literally be as if it's never existed. Erased from history. The only way you'll be able to see it is gameplay videos and archives that people made while they were playing it, but you will never be able to play it. That's pretty bad, I think, because here's the thing. Bad games are bad forever once released. That is true, unless they get patched and they're better, but you can still play them. Like, you can argue that E.T. the...
Bad games are bad forever, unless they get patched. So it's not forever then. It's the start of that fucking, you know, he probably thought it sounded better in his fucking head. Bad games are bad forever. Well, unless they get patched.
...to play it. That's pretty bad, I think, because here's the thing. Bad games are bad forever once released. That is true, unless they get patched and they're better, but you can still play them. Like, you can argue that E.T. the Extraterrestrial is one of the worst video games ever made, and you can avoid it if you want, but you can still go back and play it. This you literally can't ever play. And in fact, they're not even going to have it available anywhere as of August 15th. What they're actually saying here is you cannot buy it anymore. It's not available for purchase anywhere. Okay? It is on EA Play, but only until August 15th. After August 15th, you literally can't even get the game again. So the only way to buy this or play it right now is to get EA Play, download it via that, and play it within the next 180 days, or else you'll never get to experience the game. Now, I've heard about people who played it, and some people say it's an okay game. It's not terrible by any means, but also it's really nothing special, and that's probably why it flopped. So much money and time and investment put into it, just to be kind of a meh game, is kind of stupid. So I do understand that, but I always thought that maybe one day I would give it a shot. If it was like, you know, a freebie on something, you know, or maybe the thing that gets me is no offline content. They literally never made the game playable offline. So
it was a collab game. The whole premise of the game was to fucking do it collaboratively with somebody else.
If you didn't have an online connection, you never could play it. You always had to do it co-op. That's stupid. You know, it really is. Like, and I get it too, because MMOs are the same, right? MMOs, if you don't have your online connection, there is no offline mode for an MMO.
I mean, it's in the... Phil, what do you think MMO stands for? The O is online. And one of the M's is multiplayer. Is that right? That's what it stands for, isn't it? You know, isn't MMO like massively multiplayer online or something? Is that what it stands for? I'm trying to avoid sounding dumb, but doesn't MMO stand for like massively multiplayer online? it does stand for, okay, cool. And so Phil's stating this.
And I get it too, because MMOs are the same, right? MMOs, if you don't have your online connection, there is no offline mode for an MMO.
It's literally an acronym. It's like, what's strange, like I say? No shit, Phil. What do you think? I can't wait. I'm buying this MMO so I can fucking ignore the fucking MMO part of it and just... fucking hell.
You could just play it for yourself as if it's like a single-player RPG. I think that's sad. I think that a lot of games, sadly, are going to be lost to history, and people won't be able to experience them, you know? At least for games that have giant followings. Like, for example, if World of Warcraft were to actually sunset, I feel like there would be fans who would be like, well, we want this to continue. And you'd have people who still have their own individual servers where they still run World of Warcraft. Even if it gets to be super old, they still want to have that experience, right?
Oh, Dread ended asking, as I heard about the Stop Killing Games petition. Yeah, somebody I mentioned it to him yesterday. So somebody talked about it yesterday. Phil gave a bizarre fucking thing like, I think I know what that is, and I fucking said it wrong, and then the person to correct him, and Phil says, yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, so Phil is aware of it as of yesterday, and I guess he's going to pretend to be a champion of this, you know. If it makes him money, it might be a champion of this, who knows. We'll have to wait and see how the wind blows and if Phil generates much revenue from pretending to care about this sort of thing.
But a game like Anthem, sad. All that hard work that went into that game, and the fact that these game devs didn't even want to make it. Did you hear the story of Anthem? So basically, BioWare was told by EA, we need you to follow the trends. We need you to trend chase and make a team shooter. And BioWare literally went back to EA and said, we make single-player RPGs. This is new territory for us. We don't really know what we're doing. We don't think that this is a good idea. And EA said, do what you're told, because we pay your paychecks, or you can find a job elsewhere. So they were forced to make Anthem against their will, and this is the end result. When you stifle creativity because you think you can pocket it for profits, that's where you make a big mistake.
Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Video games very much so are profitable pieces of product to sell, but they are also artistic works. And arguably, if you look at the body of work that BioWare has put out, right? Single-player RPGs like Knights of the Old Republic, or Dragon Age, or Mass Effect, they have a forte that they can focus on and excel at. When you take them out of that forte and say, just do what everyone else is doing...
Stop saying forte, you fucking boomer. Fucking forte. I say it like it's fucking spelled differently.
You have stifled creativity, you have missed the mark, and you don't even know what you're doing with your own company.
I just love how the most uncreative fuck on the planet is having a go at others for stifling creativity. This is the same bastard you put in a fucking game like Minecraft, which is a fucking game meant to fucking really encourage your fucking creativity to fucking flow, whether you're building something artistically or creatively or redstone or whatever, some crazy machine or whatever. This a game is literally designed to fucking let your imagination go crazy. And Phil's idea of playing the fucking game is to fucking ignore all the mobs and enemies and fish. Oh, and have a pen of animals so he can charge people to name certain animals. That is Phil's literal, that is him pushing his creativity to the fucking fullest. Fishing for name tags and having a pen of animals to charge his audience to name certain animals. And this is the game that you can literally, there's so much you can do within that game, and that is the extent that Phil's able to fucking play that game. Oh, and mods, of course, shaders and mods. Look how nice it looks, guys. Look how nice this fishing looks. Isn't the fishing looking a lot nicer now I've got these shaders on?
And this just proves that these people who are in charge of these game companies are just suits. They are rich bitches. Spoon in the mouth, everything paid for, no strive for adversity. They don't know diddly dick about gaming or anything else, but they're put into positions of power because they're rich. So,
and this is what Phil was doing this for, because he got a £5 contribution from Stuart Barrett in this chat there, saying this is why we need to spread the message of the Stop Killing Games initiative. So yeah, this is why he's doing these segments here. Because he knows that some people in his audience actually care about this sort of subject matter, and they're willing to fucking give Phil money for addressing it.
hey, I'm on the board of 7 companies. I know what I'm doing. Hey, look, over there, there's a trend. Everyone's doing looter shooters together now. Take a look at all the Tom Clancy games that are printing money. We need to do that too. Quick, make a game like that, BioWare. And BioWare says, what are you talking about? Like, we don't make that. We're not going to know what we're doing. This is not going to work. No, too bad. Make it anyway. But we don't, no, just do it or you're fired. All right, you asked for it, and this is what you get. So now here we are in 2025, shaking our heads at what could have been. Imagine if, instead of taking Mass Effect away from the core BioWare team and giving it to this B team that made Andromeda, imagine if they kept making good Mass Effect games. You know, how things could have been different. And the path that BioWare has now gone down as a result of bad choices like this. Now you get Dragon Age, but you get Dragon Age Dawn Guard. Was it Dawn Guard? No, it was Veilguard. And they make literally every bad fucking choice you could possibly make, making the game incredibly boring, repetitive, nothing interesting going on, then wedging in left-wing politics and culture wars. I mean, they could have still been making good games, but EA fucked them with Anthem. And now they've lost their way, and likely the people who were actually in charge back in the day when they were making Knights of the Old Republic, the original Mass Effect trilogy, and the old Dragon Age games don't work there anymore. They said, fuck this, I'm not going to keep working at this company where I'm being forced to make garbage like Anthem. So how the mighty have fallen, but in this case, you can't blame BioWare. You got to blame the morons in charge who forced them to make this shitty game. And it's sad because you can't even play it after January. The game that ruined the company will now actually not go down in history because no one will be able to play it ever again to know how bad it was. I don't know about gaming today anymore, guys. I don't know. Anyway, well, that's the news.
You don't know much you give it. You fucking know a lot about gaming anyway, you fucking dinosaur. Anyway, I've been told by Dapper Dragon. Oh, hello. Dapper Dragon. So, on the topic of Minecraft and like the creativity of Minecraft, whatever, Dapper Dragon shared his wife's. So his wife's playing a game, and this is a temporary base. This is her temporary base that Dapper Dragon's wife made. This is temporary. So let me see if I can understand what I'm looking at here. Okay, this is a. So let's see if I can understand the things that I'm looking at on the screen here. This looks like a cocoa farm. Although, what the fuck is this? Why are they all different colours? God, there's a lot. There's some mods involved, but I'm very confused what the fuck's going on here. These are also, this is a big farm. This is one big massive farm sitting here, you know. So yeah, but I have no idea. See, I thought at first it was like some sort of cocoa plant farm, you know, cocoa seeds. But I don't know why they're all different colours. Unless it's just, I'm so confused. It's a Pokemon server. It's a Pokemon server, which means Pokemon mods or whatever. So yeah, but also this is all the different farms. This is like a net. Is it also? I assume if it's Pokemon related, then I guess it's certain kinds of farms. Neverwort, I imagine up there. You've also got a farm here. So this is a system here where items will filter through here. So obviously the farm will also gather stuff here. It'll collect in this chest here at the top, and it'll filter through down to the bottom where there's a storage system in place, you know. And obviously, when a storage system gets filled up, it'll then place that up there and up there and up there. So yeah, very good stuff indeed. And that was done. But yeah, I will say sugarcane right there as well. Look at the creativity. I'll say it's a Pokemon. I should have fucking known when I looked at the left hand side. There's fucking Pokemon stuff there. But it's a Pokemon mod for people that enjoy Minecraft and Pokemon. A fucking Pokemon mod. And I see a bunch of fucking cows over there in the fucking distance. All those wee cows over there. But I get stuff indeed. This is a temple. That's what I'm saying though, it encourages the creativity. These games encourage people to fucking flex that creativity to such a fucking extent, and Phil has no creativity in his fucking body, it seems. The creativity comes from other people helping him. Brian says, and all Minecraft creators are lazy though, and game designers are stupid. Oh, that's a clip as well, hold on, let's see the clip. Let's see, how to play Decked Out.
Welcome to Decked Out 2, the deck building, dungeon crawling, treasure hunting game built in survival Minecraft.
Yeah, but before, okay, yeah, I've actually seen this before from, this is crazy. This guy called Tango Tech, he is very good at building things, as you can see. Like, this is, the build on its own is fucking ridiculous. In vanilla Minecraft. You know, but he managed to fucking build some bizarre fucking game where it's like some sort of, it's just, I'll play a bit more just so you see what he's fucking built.
On the Hermitcraft server, lurking below Deep Frost Citadel lies a massive dungeon with 4 extremely dangerous levels. The Frozen Crypt, the Caves of Carnage.
This is vanilla Minecraft. Bear in mind. Oh, this is the guy, he plays Minecraft for a living. This is his fucking job, you know what I mean? But aye, that's what I'm saying. Look, can you imagine Phil trying to make anything like this? His head would explode.
The Black Mines and the Burning Dark. Should you be foolish enough to enter, your goal is to delve into the icy depths, acquire an ancient artifact, maybe even collect some treasure, and then get out alive. Decked Out is a long-running game and will be played over many weeks, and during this time, you'll enter the dungeon many times. Each feeble attempt will take you deeper and deeper into the dungeon, each time hoping—
That's just insane. It's fucking absolutely insane. You can collect fucking cards and power up shit as well. Yeah, here we go.
When you do, you'll be able to purchase cards that you can collect and build into an ever-expanding deck. These cards are then shuffled and randomly played during future dungeon runs, granting you treasure, power, and protection.
And this is all in normal Minecraft. It's just fucking insane. Obviously, this guy put like fucking tens of like hundreds of thousands of hours of fucking sort of shit. This is what I'm saying. The creativity that's on show. The sort of creativity that's on show in this game. And what does Phil do? He installs a shader and fucking keeps fishing. Like, it's just absolutely insane. It really is. Phil built a box house. He wants to build a treehouse, doesn't he? Treehouse is his next fucking thing, isn't it? The treehouse. Oh, it's gonna be awful. It's just gonna be so shit. Anyways. Ah, hell. Yeah, but in Phil's, yeah, I caught a fish. And a name tag. Great, let's name an animal, guys. Give it $20.
Story. Let's see here. Stuart did a £5 super chat, which is the equivalent of like $6.72. And he says, this is why we need to spread the message of stop killing games and take this to the lawmakers. Go for it. You can do that, Stuart. Enjoy. I believe that, yes, games...
You do that. I don't care about doing it. You guys do that. I'm going to pretend to care to give him money, but you fucking take the action if you want to.
Should be playable for posterity purposes for future generations. I do feel that these games that are being made online only are a bad move, and I feel like we are going to lose our history, and that's sad. Games that you played all the time when you were growing up no longer ever being playable because the servers are offline, that's really bad, you know, and especially when you bought that game, or at least a license to play the game, to the fact that they can just pull that rug out from under you whenever they want, that's pretty ridiculous. Okay.
Oh, Mafta is saying thanks for the compliments here. Oh, it's just like, yeah, yeah, no worries. I mean, it's very well organised for sure. You know what I mean? So, I mean, some also, I mean, I've heard of the Pokemon mod, but I don't I don't do Pokemon, so yeah, a lot of things I don't understand, but the things that I don't understand I thought was quite well done, if that makes sense. I was so confused with the fucking like different colour like cocoa beans or whatever. I was like, why the different colours? When the fuck was this other thing? But Pokemon mod changes things. But yeah. God, can you imagine Phil trying to install a Pokemon mod for Minecraft? I don't think he'd be able to. I think that would fucking, you know, kill him. But but as I'm saying, there's literally files you can download, save files you can download for Minecraft, and you put that save file in your folder, and then when you load that save file, you can play a customized like adventure map in Minecraft. Phil is missing out on the possibilities here of doing a lot of fun things in Minecraft because of his unlimited imagination. It's not even fucking him, it has to fucking bring the creativity. All Phil would have to do is go out there and find the creativity of others for him to exploit for his content. Fucking give all the shit at Captain, you know, fucking, you know, his Captain Sparkle style fucking thing. He played fucking Minecraft maps all the fucking time back in the fucking day. Jesus Christ, but Phil, that's what I'm saying, he could literally find any of these fucking things. And those are apricots, which are a Pokemon thing, yeah. They're used to make different Pokeballs, used to catch fucking Pokemon. You fucking people on your Pokemons and all that, yeah. Way above my heat. Gotta catch them all, yes. I don't get Pokemon whatsoever. But I feel very old saying that.
Old bastard!
As long as you enjoy ourselves, that's the main thing. It looks fucking good anyway, good stuff. That's what I'm saying though, Phil was limited in his own imagination with what he could fucking do with that fucking game.
There you go. Erebus UK says Metal Gear Online and also SOCOM are two games that are technically offline, but developers and community have kept them online. So there you go. And like I said, I think it depends on the game as well. Like, I feel like a game that has a big enough community, like, for example, World of Warcraft would never be allowed to completely shut down. Fans would absolutely maintain servers and do stuff to keep that alive, right? For sure. But some games are going to go away, and there's not much that we can really do about it as consumers because we're not in charge. It's these jokers at EA and companies like that, these moron suits. They don't understand gaming culture. They don't understand gaming at all. All they see are dollar signs, and if the dollar signs don't come, oh well, shut it all down. Wow, what a great attitude to have about art, huh? I just got a dollar tip. Listen to this. One thing to understand about modding is that some games are significantly better for it than others. Rockstar and FromSoft are some of the worst. They make it as difficult as possible. These games have zero mod support. Some PC-centric games, not only can you add mods with the click of a button on a Steam Workshop, but the mods themselves are way more substantial because the devs release mod tools.
That's actually very true. Some developers are quite happy for you to fucking mod their stuff, and some developers are not. Rockstar are notoriously not very pleased with it whatsoever. Remember when GTA Remastered Trilogy came out and Rockstar sent out a whole bunch of cease and desist things for some of the mods from like the trilogy, or GTA 5, F3 and Vice City and San Andreas. So yeah, Rockstar are extremely protective at times about that sort of stuff. It's still possible, of course, with very talented individuals to fucking do it, to create mods for these sort of things. But Rockstar are notoriously pretty complicated to try and work with at times with that regard. Another game does, as alluded to. They're very supportive of that, they're very happy for gamers to fucking enjoy their content, and they'll invite people to just fucking have fun modding the game and having fun in different ways.
That's partly why smaller, more niche games have huge modding scenes, but games like Red Dead 2 or Dark Souls modding scenes are dead in comparison. There you go. I am totally new to the scene, don't really know much about it. I appreciate the education, and the more that I understand it, the better. Thank you for that information. That's interesting to know. I wonder why. I wonder why some companies are so open to it and others are just so blatantly opposed. Like, here's the thing. Maybe what they should do, like, I can understand, for example, let's say GTA 6 comes out, okay? Arguably, you probably want that game to be kind of protected for a while. It's a brand new game in your IP. You want people to be buying it on the various platforms. But I almost feel like after a certain time period passes, now as it becomes a more established title with a legacy, that's when you should start to loosen the grip, Like, for example, GTA 6 is going to come out on consoles first. Fair enough. Then it's going to come out on PC. Okay. Maybe have a time window. And maybe be like, okay, when GTA 6 is like, I don't know, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years old, loosen the grip and say, all right, now we're going to allow mods. Here's some mod tools, here's this. Keep our game alive, right? But what it might be is that Rockstar sees so many dollar signs as a result of keeping the grip that they don't want to loosen it, right? I mean, to this day, GTA Online is printing money. So why would they want people to mod the game and get all that shit for free that you're paying for right now, right? Who would be paying for GTA Online, for the cars, for the houses, for the clothing, for the weapons, for the heists, for the skins? Who would be paying for it if you could just mod it and get it all for free?
Some people can do that anyway, but you know, because cheating is rampant in GTA Online, even though so people are still spending a lot of money on GTA Online shark cards, whatever they're called. But yeah, modders can also still fucking just basically. It's like it's not unusual. Like it happened to me before. I was in the fucking GTA Online lobby like fucking years ago, and all of a sudden some random person gave everyone like millions and millions of dollars in the game, and it's like, holy shit, I'm fucking rich. I can buy whatever I fucking want, And it's like, what do? Do you spend it before people catch you? I was like, what the fuck do you do? It's just, but it's, I don't know. And also, there's a fundamental problem. Like, GTA Online is notoriously bad when it comes to security, because if you're playing GTA Online, anyone can get your IP address, because it's just a fucking system they got in place for that shit. It's so easy for people to if you're not using a VPN, then they'll know your IP address. Anyone can fucking figure that shit out. It doesn't matter if it's on PC or console, whatever.
So I think that's the point, right? I believe that is the point. Is if the money keeps printing, the control stays tight. Now with a game like GTA 4, I don't think they're making much money. I bought GTA 4 Complete Edition, which is the 4K PC version plus all the DLCs for $6 on Steam, $5.99. So I don't think they're really missing out on my, you know what I mean? Indica says some.
So using Phil logic, he's already made his money back from the game already before he's even started gameplay. So in using Phil logic, he shouldn't have to beg today because he's already made profit in the game. True?
Game creators don't like seeing their art get changed. Other game creators like to have people build on their vision. It really is a preference thing. I can see that too. I could totally see that too. You wouldn't want people to completely change your original intention of what a game was because they modded it and the mod became more popular, right? I could totally understand that.
Hang on a second. Why does Phil have some half-naked guy in his Devoon background laughing at a bunch of money?
Modded it and the mod became more popular.
Like, what's this? You guys seeing what I'm seeing? What is and why? So is this how Phil sees himself? Does Phil see himself as some sort of half-naked guy, as super muscular and just laughing in front of a whole bunch of money?
Right? I could totally understand that. Okay, well, we covered... Oh, wait a minute. I missed it. Princess Luna tipped $5. Sorry about that, Princess Luna. Have you seen the new World of Warcraft cinematic? It looks like a machinima animation. How far they have fallen. Oh, no. I haven't done anything in World of Warcraft in a zillion years. I'm the last person to be in the know about that game. But it's Activision Blizzard, and they were already in a tailspin before they were bought out by Microsoft. And now with the insane mis- and non-management of Microsoft, I can just imagine how they're doing. So, not shocking to hear anything like that. Okay. Thank you for the early support. We're at $64 out of the 150 goal. Remember, guys, we are working towards Grillo's Pickles menu at Sonic. If we hit the goal today, we'll be at 44, and then we'll have 6 more to go to do DSP tries at Grillo's Pickles menu. So for the launch here of the GTA 4 with mods playthrough, let's hit the goals. Let's actually hit 50 goals on the stream. So let's get it going. We only need about $1,000 more, and then we'll do Grillo's Pickles on this very stream. If we hit 50 goals on the stream to celebrate the launch of GTA 4 with mods, all right, we will do Grillo's Pickles today. So let's bring in the $1,000 right now. Bruh. Let's get 100 subs over on Kick. Let's get a $500 tip. Let's get it going.
Burger? 5 in a row. That's concerning.
Anyway, back to more serious stuff. Yes, I did hear about this. Sadly, Michael Madsen has passed away. Michael Madsen is the very well-known American actor, mostly Quentin Tarantino films, such as Reservoir Dogs and Kill Bill. But he has a huge filmography. He's done voice acting work. He actually was a voice actor for GTA 3. So, yes, sadly, rest in peace to Michael. Apparently, he had a heart attack. And, he actually was still acting. He was in all these films and everything. It sucks. Yeah, he was. He was the dad in Free Willy. He's done a lot of roles. It's funny. He's one of those actors that he's generational, where, like, for one generation, he was, like, in everything, but you forget. And then you'll just be watching a random movie from, like, 1993, and you're like, is that fucking Michael Madsen? He was in this movie? I didn't even remember that. And then you watch, he's like, he's really good in this movie. And I couldn't even remember he was in it, but he's really good in it. He was just, like, a part of that era, that, like, 90s to early 2000s era, where he was just in everything, and he was really good no matter what he was in. Let's see here. Someone took me $1, says, EA should pull a Barv, just like they made people do by playing Veilguard. Yes, I think EA owes everyone a barf for their boneheadedness. Thank you for the $1 tip there. A little inside reference to Dragon Age Veilguard for those who don't know. Okay. Yes, I played Helldivers 2 last year. I did enjoy my time with the game. I played it for like a month and a half, 2 months. I thought it was fun, but eventually the gameplay loop got kind of repetitive and boring for me, mostly because I wasn't playing it with an established team. I was just like dropping in, dropping out with randoms.
Boom.
So it was fine. It was fun. I get why people loved it.
Bomb.
My biggest fans are idiots.
I just, the timing of that was fucking insane. As soon as I fucking typed in chat, like, want to go, a second later, Sonny's like, I've got you. 5 gifted memberships. So we got a free space courtesy of Sonny getting 5 members. So thank you very much, Sonny, for that, and congratulations to TT Twister. TT Twister. Twister. So Average Joe, Matrix, Twinklink level 220, and Damien Anderson. So there we go. If you just got a membership there, make sure you thank Sonny for giving you a membership. Good stuff indeed. Twinklink's very happy because they've got the gift today, if I can go. And Ryan's happy because he's twisting his tipple. So there we go. Good stuff indeed. We have one bingo. Let's just tick off all the squares.
Burger.
There we go.
Full house. Oh boy, how exciting! Anyway,
the hills are alive with the sound of cat crying downstairs. We had $10 to the bingo prize fund, and it's a familiar looking background. Yeah, Pixar recognised it earlier on. This background image here. You know, the hills are alive with the sound of cat crying because Phil's not hit his support goal yet. Boo fucking who. So excellent stuff indeed. So yeah, we've won bingo. It adds $10 to bingo prize fund. Happy days indeed. There we go. So I think there's not really much else to go through. I mean, we'll go to live DSP and see how the bad man's doing if you want, you know. So let's do that. Let's just fast forward. So we're done with Phil for now, and I want to see. I kind of want to see how the game looks with all these mods that he promised. You know, he's promised some good things. Let's see how it is.
Parts, but it was not smooth at all. It was low frame rate.
I'm not sure I like this. It feels weird with the colours, if that makes sense. I'm just used to, you know, GTA 4 being so dark.
What are you doing here? Here we go.
So what's the other changes that the mod made?
Come on, big guy, either do some work or get out of here. We don't need jokers. Screw you! Baby, when I look into your eyes, it means something. I see little Romans, I see little Mallorys, I see stars, I see
Jesus, man.
angels. In my homeland,
Whatever. So does Phil explain what the mods do, by any chance? I'm just kind of curious how, you know, is it like... Blah, 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 blah. Does he go through the mod at all? No, he comes back and then he says that's all, you know, and then he starts the game up or whatever. Is it just graphics essentially? With reflections or whatever. Hold on, let's go to the start of the game. I want to see how the opening cutscene looks with these mods in. Oh, all these numbers and all, they'll confuse Phil so much. The view distance is only 25. Phil, you sure you want to bump that number up all the way? Vehicle density 100. So how's the game look? Okay, I forgot GTA 4. GTA 4 started with this interesting scene.
Daddy's back, you bitches! Daddy's back, you bitches!
Look at him shake his head. Oh no. Phil's like, oh crap, I forgot about this. There's a man, a woman enjoying sexy time. Oh no. He's shaking his head in anger or something, or disappointment. Look at his wee angry face here.
Daddy's back, you bitches! Daddy's back, you bitches!
Here we go. You know it's GTA.
Come on.
Come on. Nico, what are you doing? Dave is not coming. Ignore him. Come on, we gotta get this thing ready before we talk. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
Here, pass me that.
Here we go. I love this theme.
Oh yeah! There she is. Liberty City.
Liberty City's looking beautiful.
You ever been?
Is it? Did it change the cutscenes? Because it was hard to tell at night time, I guess. Fuck me, man. GTA was a fantastic fucking game for sure, though. I mean, absolutely. And of course, I did all dugs as well on the ship as well, and diamonds and all that shit. Great wee fucking game. Let's see how Phil's doing. Oh, he's in the pause menu, of course.
All right, here we go. Our first mission. Wait, see there's smoke coming out of his mouth? That's cool.
Where's all the
Turn off
reflections?
the radio every time, I think, right?
Lol.
There's no way to turn off the radio by default in the game, is there? I don't think there is.
Maybe just put the radio down to low. Like, you can have a radio, music level.
See radio station off, but it turns on every time you enter a new car, I think. So there's really nothing you can do. It just auto plays it no matter what.
I didn't realise Phil had to go.
Any way around
So
it.
Phil's already had to go. $170. Phil has had to go. He's very happy indeed because, you know, money. You know, that's essentially it. You know, Phil's already fucking got his goal, which in theory should mean Phil's not going to beg anymore in this stream. But of course, we all know that's not fucking true. Phil's going to definitely fucking beg. That is what it is. Yeah, that's filthy. Anyway, fuck it, I'm done with the bad man. Fuck it, we're done. Guys, thank you very much for joining me for some robust bingo antics. We shall return tomorrow for, of course, some more bingo. It is the final bingo of the week. You know, it's going to be, so remember, after bingo's all said and done tomorrow as well, we're going to end our long bingo week with a robust, chill, meaningful session of marbles. After bingo's done tomorrow, we'll try and complete 3 separate challenging marble maps, and for everyone we do complete to add $10 more to bingo prize fund as a wee reward for completing the very challenging maps. So yeah, but good stuff indeed. Thank you very much for joining me for some bingo antics. We'll return tomorrow, as I said, for some more bingo. Until then, I'm going to wrap things up there, and I'm going to end how I always end, by putting notorious PIG contributions made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations. So until tomorrow, guys, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your Thursday, and I'll catch you all later. Goodbye.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, "I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower?" When you're showered in money. When you go outside and all of a sudden greenbacks start falling from the sky, and you raise your face up. You're like, oh, you start dancing. You go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money.
Free.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that.